Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hello! It's your boy Reynoso. And I'm here with my co-host. Brother, I don't know what to tell you folks. Guys, it's a lot right now. It's a lot. But I might have to do a solo episode here, folks, because a lot of shit happened today. A lot of shit, man. And we just got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this. Soltero's on the ropes right now. He said he needed a minute. He said, I need to relax right now. I need to get my shit together before I get in there, bro, because he knows that it's gonna be a ruthless fucking atmosphere for him. Y'all are coming for his fucking head, and he said, I needed a minute. But happily, boys, I'm happy to announce that my boy Soltero is here to defend himself. It's all jokes, folks. It's all jokes. He's back.
What's up, guys?
Let's talk.
Let's talk football.
Let's talk
what
football.
What a fucking game we retreated to today.
I think we should talk about the game first.
Yeah, okay, and then we'll go narratives
and then we got to go into the Soltero shit because this was, and I would argue, the greatest final of all time. Yeah, and I think I'm already seeing shouts for the greatest game of all time. When you think about what was on the line, no other game compares to the narratives at play with the weight of opportunity for each player that was presented with everything that happened, bro. This might just be the greatest game of all time that we just saw.
I honestly was left speechless so many times during this game, man. Even in the beginning when Argentina were dominating, I was speechless because, bro, Argentina played the perfect game, I would say, for 75 minutes. 75 minutes of pure Argentine class at this FIFA World Cup. And then from then on out, it was pure chaos to just add on to what was already a crazy game, in my opinion, bro. And for France to do what they did to come back, it honestly didn't make any sense. It made zero sense how they're able to claw back at this perfect Argentine side. And in the way they did it too, it just didn't look like it was going to happen. It didn't look like France were going to get back somehow back on the front foot and take it to Argentina. But at the end of the 90 minutes, it was 2-2, and somehow we were going to extra fucking time.
Bro, because
I couldn't believe it, man.
You look at the way that the Netherlands came back against Argentina. It was because for like 20, 30 minutes, they were just sending long balls in. Like there's some sign of life from them. But with France, bro, there was nothing. Nothing, bro. One of the most dreadful French performances, if not the most dreadful performance I've seen from them in the past 4 years. And they somehow found a way to claw back in it through a fucking penalty at first, and then an incredible Kylian Mbappe finish that we'll talk about in depth. We'll talk about everything, folks. And so while you guys are here, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Get us to 20K before the end of the stream. That'd be an absolute pleasure. And first off, I want to say what's on the schedule for us, because we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to have a long stream, folks. We're going to talk about Messi's legacy, what the World Cup trophy does for his GOAT status, how he puts him up on this pedestal now amongst Pelé and Maradona, but also we're going to figure out Soltero's punishment. At the end of this stream, we will figure out what will the punishment be for Soltero, who was very anti-Argentina in his analysis in the build-up to this tournament. So stay tuned for that, folks. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. 5 stars on Spotify. But here we go. The game ended up 2-2 at the end of regulation. It goes to extra time. And it's still chaotic, but should we start there? Should we start at the very beginning?
Let's go chronologically, man. I want to start at the very beginning because we already kind of previewed what would happen. How were Argentina going to get success from the moment the referee blew his whistle to start this game? It was by going aggressive, putting a body on every single French player, and just using that energy, that Argentine passion, impose themselves spiritually out on that pitch and try to knock the French. And that is exactly what they did. But again, we had previewed that. It's what I think if you had watched Argentina play throughout this entire tournament, it's what you should have expected. And if you're French, you should have expected that too. But it actually rattled them. I said that Argentina would come out with that energy, but I thought the French would be able to handle it. They did not handle it at all, dude. And you could see Griezmann with bad touches in the first couple of minutes. Dembele couldn't even hold on to the ball. Giroud couldn't do anything. Tchouaméni was having bad touches. The Argentine physicality actually got to the French players, and they could not match them in that entire first half.
They were first to every single ball, and second, if not, they were always there when the moment was needed. The players would step up, and that ruthlessness would show from Argentina. And while I was watching those first 70 minutes play, bro, I was like, this has to be the best South American side of the past 20 years.
Yep.
It's the best South American team. It's the reason that they were able to ultimately win it. First South American, Latin American team to win the tournament in the past 20 years. And it makes sense because now, bro, I'm watching the way that they play, and I'm like, this is why they went on a 36-game unbeaten streak. No one can match the energy, bro. No one ultimately could match it. When you look at this whole tournament, just Saudi Arabia managed to do it somehow. But it took absolute chaos. It took absolute magic. It took everything for Saudi Arabia to be able to handle that Argentine ruthlessness. And for a minute there, Argentina could have won that game 3-0 in the first half if they just knew how to stay on side. Right. So you just look at every single game that they've been able to play, bro. This Argentine grit is something else, unlike anything else I've ever seen, because it's mental, bro. It gets in the heads of these players, bro. There are moments where France couldn't string over 2 passes together, bro. Straight out of bounds balls. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, bro, how many just poor touches did Theo Hernandez have, man? Where it was just going right to his feet and he just let it go past him, man. It was horrible. But again, I think you credit Argentina for just literally getting into the French heads, because that's the only way I can explain this. If from a French perspective, is why were they so bad? It's just because they weren't ready. They were simply not ready to match that Argentine energy, as you said, because nobody has been able to.
Yeah, and a big catalyst in providing that energy for Argentina, which was a big move prior to the game, was Di Maria.
Yeah.
Di Maria, one of the most clutch players to have ever graced this pitch in this game. He comes into this match after missing out on most of the past few games,
The
last three not playing a single minute due to having like a slight injury.
Yeah.
And I honestly did not expect him to start this World Cup with the way things were looking. But what's the coach's name? Scaloni. I was going blank there. Scaloni decides to get bold with it. And what a fucking call, bro. Because for those 60 minutes that he played, he might have been the best player on the pitch.
Bro, he wound back the fucking clock, man. Oh, my God. Di Maria got like, 3 megs in like a 10-minute span? Just flying down that wing. Constant nuisance. I legit saw like OG Real Madrid Angel Di Maria out on that pitch, and it makes so much sense. What was on the line, bro? A World Cup final, and at least somebody showed up, because other than, I guess, maybe Mbappe, the rest of that French side did not show up for over an hour. But to talk about the rest of that first half, other than the physicality, other than the aggression, what the Argentines did so perfectly, man, that 1-2 touch combination in the midfield. Oh, my God, dude. Alexis McAllister had probably the game of his life. But the thing is that he's been doing that at Brighton. But what his performance today showed me that he could play at the biggest club on the biggest stage. He could be at PSG, Real Madrid, Manchester United, whatever you want to call it, Bayern Munich. He could play at the biggest clubs and do the exact same fucking thing he did today. Because that man is a baller, dude. He never lost the ball, constantly breaking lines, constantly receiving the ball, just dribbling past these French players like they weren't there.
Bro, he literally looked like a mini Messi at times.
No, I know.
It's just this little Dollar General version of Messi. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then Enzo Fernandez too. So many of these Argentine players not only showed their good aggression on the ball, but they showed their class. They showed their technical ability. And the reason why I had criticized them beforehand is because I had never seen an Argentine team combine like this today. I've seen it in flashes. I've seen it for 5-10 minutes max. But they played that way for over an hour.
No, dude.
And that's unstoppable.
Yeah, and I think the moment that encapsulates that the most is that second goal.
Yes.
Where it's one of the most beautiful team goals we've ever seen. I've seen people on Twitter say that this has to be the best team goal in a final since that 1970 Brazil build-up goal against Italy, which has gone down like in the history of football. This is one of the most beautiful combination counter-attacking goals I've ever seen. Messi's touch to start it off was absolutely ridiculous. The double touch where he kind of lifts it and then flicks it.
Yeah.
And then the pass up forward to, I think it was Julian Alvarez.
Yes.
And then he just shifts it over to Angel Di Maria, who had just a beautiful, slightly chipped finish to get the second goal in. He starts crying mid-celebration. I'm like, bro, that was one of the most beautiful interplays because that was when France was starting to look to kind of have that offensive impetus, to try to impose themselves. They're just looking for some sort of answer offensively. And immediately, the moment that broke down, Argentina punished them like no other, bro. The way you're going to get punished. They punished them that bad, bro. And it was just a beautiful play that I was just like, wow. I had to like almost like clap. I was like, amazing play overall. That followed up after that first goal, which was through a penalty. And I want to talk about that real quick.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, the penalty happens with Ousmane Dembele, bro. Going reckless like a headless chicken, bro. Dude, really completely lost composure there. Got.
Yeah, he
by
got
Di
Maria.
By Di Maria. Yeah. And then completely just awful winger defense there, and he just gets exposed like no other. Clear penalty. Messi steps up, and the penalties he took today, both of them, cold, bro. So cold. Any comments on that?
No, I mean, from Argentina, they did everything right. Up until that point, they were constantly probing, constantly winning those 50-50 balls, and constantly winning their one-on-one battles. This time, it goes out to Di Maria, and instead of Koundé tracking him, it's unfortunately Dembele who. I want to go in on here. Let's just take away this penalty call, and because it was a penalty, just really clumsy defending from Dembele. But dude, Dembele was terrible. We saw the reason why Dembele had such a hard time when he first moved to Barcelona, man.
Right.
He was horrible today. Not just defensively, obviously, but every time he got on the ball, had no idea where to go. Every time he got on the ball, he would try something, just wouldn't even remotely work. And again, credit to the Argentines because they never gave him space to try and get into the game. But I don't care. You're Dembele. You play for Barcelona. You're their starting winger. Do something about it. And he chose not to. He chose honestly to like sulk and be like, shit, can't get the ball, I guess. But you can't do that in a final. You have to show your aggression, match your opponent. And Dembele, his body language, terrible, man. You could see he almost wanted to draw the penalty because he was like basically begging Deschamps, sub me off. He's just, I don't want to play anymore. Horrible, dreadful performance from Dembele. Good for Argentina to take advantage of that.
That took absolute advantage, and they are up 1-0 by the 30th minute, and just absolute control with what I mentioned, that beautiful second goal coming into play.
Beautiful.
Before the half ends, 2-0 Argentina, absolutely dominating France. France had 0 shots at all, not just on target, at all in that first half. And we praise this French offense as one of the greatest offenses we've seen at the international stage. Giroud was off. Even Griezmann was slightly off too.
Griezmann was off.
Yeah. And Mbappe only had 3 touches overall in that first half, which just ended up with France looking decimated after 45 minutes, man.
Yeah, going into that half, I was like, wow. Obviously, I was going for France. But beyond that, going just from a football, unbiased, neutral perspective, I was like, God damn it. This is so one-sided. Like, just from entertainment point of view, looking for a good game, this was all Argentina. France could not match the Argentines. They just couldn't. And I was like, God damn it. This is going to be, it's either going to stay 2-0 or Argentina get a third. And this is going to be so fucking one-sided. I was so disappointed. And honestly, once the second half started, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
France were still shaky. Argentina weren't as offensive, but they were still just as aggressive defensively. So I was like, there's just no way. This is going to stay 2-0 at the very least. This game's over. Mbappe can't find any space. Griezmann still can't get into the game, and it's over. And then obviously Deschamps in that 40th minute, we forgot to talk about that. 2 changes.
Yeah.
2 changes before the halftime after that second goal goes in. I'm glad he did it, though, because at the very least, Thuram and Randall Kolo Muani put some sort of energy into this French side. Some sort of energy. And, yeah, what a decision by Deschamps, but it was very, very it was the right decision, honestly.
Yeah, I think Deschamps got lucky in that almost all his subs came through for him at the end of the day. But to start off, man, when he made those subs at the 40th minute, I was like, bro, Scaloni got him.
Yeah.
Scaloni got him. When you look over at the opposing coach and he's making 2 subs at the 40th minute, you got to be feeling good about yourself.
You do.
Like, oh shit, I had the right game plan going into this game.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah.
And so he almost had to bend the knee in that sense, Deschamps, and just concede the fact that he got it wrong, and then had to put on those subs who I thought were great overall. Kolo especially, and Thuram as well were so active. And all you really needed from a wingers was activity, bro, was physicality, was that tenacity that we were not seeing from other players at all, man. So they were necessary, and ultimately it paid off, because we'll talk about it in a second. But for now, I want to talk about how we have 1K viewers right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give us a like right now, subscribe and comment to us. Let's get more people in here, because I see so much shit talking in the chat, and I love it. Go back and forth, man. I'm seeing so much right now. I'm seeing it all, and we're gonna acknowledge all these super chats in a second after we go through this match. But yes, bro, yes, what a game. One of the greatest games we've ever seen of all time, if I'm being honest. But 60th minute, France still doesn't do anything.
Nothing, bro. And at that point, I was like, again, I already said, I conceded it. I was like, it's over. Argentina played the perfect game. They're not letting go. This is destiny. Messi is going to lift this trophy. It's done. It's dusted. And then coming in, 10 minutes left, technically, 80th minute, penalty shout. And it goes France's way. They do get it. This time, who
I think it was Kolo. I think it was Kolo.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was with Otamendi. Not necessarily clumsy, but he got beat. Yeah. He got beat on the inside. Muani has a chance to go one-on-one, but before that happens, Otamendi clips him. He goes down. Clear pen. And who steps up? The one and only Kylian Mbappe, with Griezmann already subbed off at that point.
Yeah, probably one of the most pressured penalties I've ever seen him taken, specifically because it's a penalty they need to score.
Yeah.
It's a penalty where in the build-up to it, everything had gone wrong for France. A golden opportunity to just get back into this game. But with the way that even Mbappe was playing up to that point, both you and I, we were watching and we're like, bro, I'm not confident this is going to go in.
Nah.
I know it's Mbappe, but this feels like the type of game where so many things are going so wrong that even the penalty attempts are going to go wrong.
Yes.
And it nearly did with Dibu Martinez getting his fingertips on it, but Mbappe sliding it towards the left and getting it right, calming things down and making it a 2-1 game. France is in it with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah. And then immediately after, probably one of the most special moments of the game up until this point, a little 1-2 combination. Ball floats up in the air. It's central, it's high, and it's towards Argentina's box. Mbappe finds it, heads it down to Kolo Muani, who does a perfect return. One touch, lobs it over the defense. And Mbappe, with one of the most exquisite, ferocious strikes on the biggest stage in a final I have ever seen. Yeah. What a goal. The way that Argentina crafted one of the most beautiful team goals in a final. Yep. This was one of the most beautiful solo strikes in a final I have ever seen. Kylian Mbappe, 2-2, equal. Yeah. And there we go.
Within 3 minutes, the game is tied. Mbappe has 2 goals to his name. At that moment in time, he took over the Golden Boot race as well. An absolute statement made by the 23-year-old. When he made that fucking goal, I lost my shit. I lost my shit, obviously because of the drama, but because of the moment, bro.
What a goal.
Players don't make that goal, bro.
No.
I don't care who.
Yes.
Even Ronaldo, even
Messi.
These don't go in, bro.
Yeah.
It's probably the only opportunity they would have going into the last 5 minutes. It's such a big opportunity. And he just finds a way to strike it perfectly. Dibu Martinez once again gets his hands on it, but can't get the save. And it's 2-2. Such a powerful strike. And what a fucking moment, dude. I was like, holy shit, bro. And it's the reason why people were clapping for Mbappe, even Argentina fans at the end, because that was just spectacular, man.
That was amazing,
There's nothing you can do about it, man. That was just greatness on display.
Yes.
And I loved how it started this back and forth between Messi and Mbappe. Messi getting that penalty goal and also being a big part of that second goal in the build-up, and then Mbappe getting 2 back-to-back goals. The battle was set. The stage was set. It's what we all wanted to see. 10 minutes left at this point. Tied game. Who wants it more to win it?
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, when that goal went in and it went 2-2, I just couldn't believe it, man, because it didn't make sense. Football, for the most part, usually makes some sort of sense. Even for as dramatic as it can be, for as crazy as the sport is, and for as passionate as it is, this made no sense that it was 2-2 with 10 minutes left. Argentina had played the perfect game. But I think what we saw today is truly like the true successor to Messi. It is Kylian Mbappe, because we talk about soccer truly is a team sport, but there are few players who can change the games by themselves. I'm talking about Leo Messi, and today, 100% definitively, Kylian Mbappe is one of those players now. Yeah. He alone can change a game. And that is the only reason why it was 2-2. Yeah. Mbappe. No other player could do that. It doesn't matter how good this French team was, but Mbappe somehow, some way made it 2-2 for France, and it goes up into the 90th, and we get extra time.
Yeah, and even in those last, they added 8 minutes of extra time. It was back and forth.
It got stretched.
There were moments, and for a minute, it was next goal wins. Yeah. And there were opportunities. I think the clearest one was Leo Messi having a shot from outside the box in that last minute, man. Yeah. And I was like, bro, if that shot goes in, that's a game-winning long-range goal from Messi to win the fucking World Cup. It would have been fucking storybook at that point. Yeah. Storybook. But the game goes on. It goes into extra time, and I literally looked at you, and I was like, bro, is there a way that Argentina can have the trophy for 2 years and France can have the trophy for another 2 years, man? Yeah. Is there a way this trophy can be shared? Because both teams, at the end of the day, in some way deserved it. Although Argentina was better, I think the fact France was able to somehow find a way back in it deserves some merit and some credit. I was like, bro, just give it to both of these teams, because I can't do this no more, man. Yeah. I can't do this. 30 minutes of extra time is going to be absolutely insane, and it was, bro. It was. The first 15 minutes were pretty lackadaisical. Both teams were trying to get settled into the match, but then those last 15 goddamn minutes. If you're here watching the stream, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Soltero's punishment will be revealed very, very soon. Last 15 minutes were absolutely insane, and it starts off with Argentina starting to impose themselves, starting to get back into the rhythm that they showed in that first half. And who else, bro? Who else? Outside of a beautiful interplay that just ended up at the feet of Lionel Messi, guiding the ball past the line, despite it getting close and getting cleared out. Ball goes through the line. Messi gives Argentina the 3-2 lead to, in that moment, give them the World Cup trophy.
Yeah, it was, again, a beautiful interchange in the midfield, going from back to front. This time, the ball finds itself to Lautaro Martinez, who had some really good chances prior to this, too. Gets a good shot off, but what a paw from Hugo Lloris to not let it go in. But unfortunately, again, as you already said, it fell right to Leo Messi, who puts it home 3-2. And at that point, I was like, okay, finally, we were gonna have some closure here. Let this game die, because I can't take anymore. I'm done, man. This game should have been ended in the 90 minutes, but instead we're here 20 minutes later. Let me sleep. Let me go to sleep. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it's like 9 a.m. over here on a Sunday, bro. We should be in church. God damn.
It was so much to handle, bro. So much to handle, just mentally, spiritually, physically. And Argentina go up 3-2. I'm like, all right, done. It's done. France tried. They gave it their all. It's over.
Yeah.
And then France kind of, sort of, not even like realistically get back into it, but just a freak shot, and we get a handball.
Yeah.
Just a freak, just out of nothing, honestly. And again, Mbappe steps up, and the first thing I said, I was like, Can he do it?
Can he do it?
Can he actually do it? Because I've seen players like Harry Kane have the same opportunity and fail.
It broke players like Harry Kane.
It broke players like Harry Kane. Like Harry Kane, one of the finest finishers in the game. And Mbappe steps up, put it on the same side.
Same side, bro.
And it's 3-3. It's 3-3.
One of the biggest penalty shots I've ever seen in my life, man.
Yeah.
If not the biggest one, bro. We're talking about a World Cup final where you have to make it or your team loses the World Cup.
Yeah.
One fucking opportunity, bro. Mbappe steps up, cool, calm, and collected, same side as before, and he makes it yet again, bro.
Again.
Seals his hat trick in a World Cup.
Completes it.
And I'm already seeing people kind of say that it's a faulty hat trick because he got 2 penalties to do it. But, bro, when you think about the opportunities that were presented to Mbappe, they were few and limited, and he found a way to get 3 goals out of those opportunities.
Right.
Still insane, man. Still insane. And I think that second goal he scored was worthy of a hat trick with how big that moment was and how perfect the strike was.
Absolutely.
Incredible technique overall. It's 3-3, and the game gets insane for the last 4 or 5 minutes. With the clearest opportunity for France. Ball gets chipped over the top. A beautiful ball that goes over the defense. 1-on-1. Kolo Muani, I believe is his name. Kolo Muani. 1v1 against Emi Martinez.
1-on-1.
France is given the opportunity of a lifetime to win a World Cup trophy and steal,
bro. It would have been the robbery of the century.
Robbery of the century.
Yeah.
Robbery of the century. Steal the World Cup fucking trophy from Argentina. Tragedy for Argentina if this shot goes in.
My God.
Absolute trauma for fans and for Leo Messi himself.
Trauma, dude.
And Kolo Muani hits it well.
He does.
He hits it well. He catches it off the ground, hits it well. And who's there to save it, bro? Emi Martinez with one of the greatest saves of all fucking time. When we talk about legendary games, there's always moments, multiple moments where you can talk about, for example, the greatest counterattacking goal of all time. You could say it's the second Argentina goal. The greatest strike of all time, Mbappe's goal. The greatest save of all time might have to be Emi Martinez's 1 foot leg out save to keep Argentina in this fucking match and give them the opportunity to continue competing for the World Cup.
It was a ridiculous save. I couldn't believe it. I thought either Muani was going to sky it and miss it, or he was going to crash the back of the net. I just didn't see Martinez making a save there, dude. A save, man. But what a save. And it ended up literally keeping Argentina alive, and Messi's hopes of lifting that trophy once again still on the line and alive, bro. And prior to that, too, Lautaro Martinez, again, remember, found himself with a wide open header, bro. Man. Wide open header, and he completely botches it.
Were we wrong on any other player? Were we more wrong on any other player than we were about Lautaro,
I was thinking about this, man.
It had to be the worst one.
Because he had 3 chances. If you think about the shot that got blocked by Hugo Lloris, the header, he also had another chance where he let the French player get to him rather than striking the ball first time. So I was like, damn, Martinez botched 3 good chances, and he could have scored any of those. And at the end of the day, lucky Messi found himself on the end of one of them. Absolutely. So, we were so wrong about Martinez, man, because Alvarez had a great game today once again, though, man. I mean, again, you could say that about every single Argentine player out there, bro. But, we go in 3-3 penalties. At this point, man, I'm hoping Argentina win it, because I don't think I could see Messi losing a penalty shootout. Not like this. Not like this, man. I think Messi could concede like a crazy Kolo Muani shot, where it goes in and he's like, fuck, there's nothing I can do about that. But penalties, man, where it's just like, the margins are so thin at that point, and there's a little bit of luck to it. I feel like Messi would have hated to go out like that. So once it went to penalties, I was like, just give it to Argentina, please. Please let Messi lift this trophy. That way I can go to bed soundly at night, and I can know that Lionel Messi, lifted the World Cup. And thankfully, at the end of it, man,
bro,
Argentina pulled it off.
Folks, Argentina are the 2022 FIFA World Cup champions. If you're Argentine, let's see W's in the chat. W's in the chat right now. I need to see y'all stand up. If you're Argentine or if you're a Messi fan, if you were happy Argentina won, I need to see W's in the chat right now. We will not be able to do this for another 4 years. Another 4 years.
Another 4 years.
W's in the goddamn chat. W's for football. W's for Argentina. W's for an incredible fucking game. This was all around just an incredible fucking entertaining game that reminds you why you love this fucking sport, man. And I'm hyped right now. I'm hyped because regardless of the predictions, regardless of everything that was said, we saw something truly beautiful today, man. Yeah. We saw why this sport can be so fucking awesome. And we saw the greatest player of all time lift the trophy, man. Lionel Messi.
Yes.
Is a goddamn World Cup winner, bro.
He's a winner.
He's a World Cup
World Cup champion, Lionel Messi. You can now say that sentence, bro. We've been hoping for that for 12 years. Ever since he hit the scene, like what, in 2008, 2009? We've been hoping that Lionel Messi would actually fulfill the prophecy of being the successor to Diego Maradona. And now he's done it.
Yeah.
He actually done it.
He did it.
It's fact now. Messi has won the World Cup.
Oh, my God.
It's no longer Messi still needs a World Cup. You know, that debate.
No more.
That debate has been going on
more.
for years. Messi's great, won so much with Barcelona, you know, now with PSG, hopefully, but he still hasn't won a World Cup. And now it's done. You can put that debate to bed, brother. It's done. Messi has won the World Cup, and I'm glad we're on this side of history, man. As far as like timeline wise, or I'm glad we're alive and I'm not like 10 years old. You know, I'm glad I'm in my mid-20s, fully conscious.
Hey, if you're in your mid-20s and you saw this game, give me W's in the chat right now.
I'm glad it happened right now, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just
a really beautiful point in your life, you know, where you can be aware of what's going on, man. And if you're a kid too,
why not?
Must be super influential for the rest of your life. You're gonna have a great rest of your life if you saw this game today as a 6-year-old, you know? God damn, man. Yeah. Or if you're an older man at that point too, to get this close out,
the closure,
it's
man.
Incredible,
You're
man.
like, at that point, you're like, okay, Messi is pretty fucking good. Oh my God, dude.
I just can't believe it, bro. Especially when you think about the World Cup itself, Qatar 22 World Cup.
Yeah.
The best World Cup we've ever seen.
Easily for me.
At this point,
it
was
the
close.
Most competitive, the most like just crazy narratives. Morocco going to semifinal. Yep. Argentina doing some crazy shit. 2-2 Netherlands. That was a crazy fucking game.
Yep.
And then obviously this game was just ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous.
You know, the stadiums. At the end of the day, Qatar was awesome. Qatar was an incredible host. Great host in the sense of amazing stadiums, amazing trophy presentations.
Yeah, man.
We got to talk about Messi putting on that fucking
that cloak.
What did he? Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. We need to look. Any Qataris in the chat?
Any Qataris in the chat? Yeah. What did that mean when Messi put on that like little cloak jacket thing and he lifted up the trophy? Because when I imagine Messi lifting the trophy, it was never with that, bro. Right. So I want to know if y'all have more information on that. But yes, as I was saying, this is one of the greatest. It's called a beast.
Okay.
All without alcohol, says Sean.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe sobriety could be the path, bro.
Maybe
sobriety is the path, man. Get me that bobo. Amazing, man. And yes, this World Cup was one of the greatest ones, if not the greatest one that we've seen. We mentioned 2014 being a really good World Cup as well.
Yeah.
2006 was awesome too, and even 2018 was great. But for me, the upsets we saw, the quality of production we saw, bro, like the shots we were seeing, the way that certain stages were presented, the atmosphere. A lot of people, including myself, were doubting the whole winner World Cup approach. Yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, it almost didn't matter. It didn't matter. Qatar found a way to make it not matter, having these air-conditioned stadiums and providing just incredible atmospheres for every single game. Nearly every single game was packed. There weren't many empty seats throughout this tournament. And the production and everything that went with it, the storylines at play, Mbappe's rise, France being such a strong team, but Argentina as well, Brazil, Croatia, that was a crazy fucking match. Portugal against Morocco and their story. Yeah. There's so much here, bro, that overall I'm so thankful, as you said, to be on this side of history and to have seen this World Cup and to end it with Messi winning it. Almost feels like the only way to end it, the rightful way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was praying Argentina would win it in penalties, because I just don't think it would feel right if France won it in penalties. I would have been fine if they won it in extra time or regular time, but penalties, I was like, this has to be Argentina's. And Martinez, we didn't even talk about that. Martinez showed the fuck out in those penalty shootouts, man.
Chico when it comes to penalties, dude.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
He looked unstoppable.
Wow.
Every time a French player stepped up, other than Mbappe, I was like, Martinez has like a 50% chance of blocking this.
Yeah.
And that's an insane percentage for penalties, man.
Yeah.
And Martinez has that type of pedigree from as far as shot stopping, bro.
Yeah, I feel like the only person that had the edge over over Martinez was Mbappe, but Mbappe needed to make 2 penalties prior to get that edge, and even then, Martinez got his hand on the penalty when he shot it too. Like that, he's that good, bro. He's so I did not realize he was this good. Like I saw what he did in Copa America, and I saw what he did against the Netherlands, but he is an actual force when it comes to penalties like this. And I'm like, holy shit, the way that he threw the ball out to the corner of the box for Tchouaméni to go fetch. And then he gets the ball and he's talking shit as he's walking up to the spot. And to me, I think he won the fucking mental battle there because Tchouaméni missed that shot like no other, bro. It was awful, horrendous. And then Kingsley Coman's penalty too was just uninspiring. Awful penalty take. And Emi Martinez guessed it right and got the save. So he led Argentina in that penalty shootout. And likewise, Argentina has some really good penalty shooters too, bro.
They do.
They all stepped up.
They all stepped up, bro.
Yeah. Messi with his cold-blooded penalty yet again.
Oh, dude.
Twice, dude. To take penalties like that, just walking up essentially and just waiting to see what the goalkeeper does. Granted, Lloris... not the best penalty kick shooter saver.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, his history doesn't show a lot of good history, a lot of good performances with that. But overall, Argentina was just shooting really good penalties, and they were not going to get stopped either way.
Yeah. You know, in conclusion, talking about just this game and what these two teams represent, I think France represent almost like a paradox. When you talk about teams trying to weather a storm, usually when they come back and make a comeback is because they bend but don't break. France broke.
Yeah.
France got broken this game, bro. They were not supposed to come back. No other team could.
I agree.
But what France did, they regenerated. They were resurrected by pure quality. And that is so rare to see, to truly see. But that's why France are here for a second time. Because they possess a quality that not even Argentina, in my opinion, actually has. And at the end of the day, the reason why I had France lifting this trophy from a prediction standpoint is because France have what I like to call European elitism. They don't have to play their best game, but they can still beat you. Because at the end of the day, they're just so much better than you quality-wise. We saw how deep Deschamps went into his bench, bro?
Dude.
How deep did he go?
Yeah.
And they were still able to take Argentina to penalties. Imagine a fully healthy French squad. I think they're unbeatable at the end of the day. But what do Argentina represent? They represent pure passion. The only reason why Argentina are the best in the world, and because they are the best in the world, is because they have a culture of it. They have a culture of winning. They have a culture of we're good at football, and we're going to make sure we're fucking good at it. And we're going to send our players out there to Europe, and we're going to try and dominate that European scene. We don't have that same cultural background of just having that European class, but at the very least, we have passion. And that's what we saw today, bro. I think it was the Argentine passion, coupled with obviously the pure quality that they have, is the reason why they're able to best the French today. So what a clash it was. And obviously it goes all the way down to the wire, bro. The margins are so thin. And congratulations, Argentina, because it is completely deserved. Best team in the world, World Cup champions.
Best team in the world, Argentina, man. I think it's time that we look at all of these super chats and see what you folks are saying. What do you guys think should be Soltero's punishment? I want to know. We're going to decide that in a bit. And we got a good comment here from Aladine who says, Bisht, I hope I'm saying that right. Bisht, he says, that we're talking about the cloak here that Lionel Messi wore. He says, Bisht sits on top of the official dress in the country and is worn on certain occasions. The Bisht is a cloak worn by Arab men since ancient times, and it is still used in the Gulf countries. Okay. Yeah, so it's a special event type of wardrobe. Yeah. Represents elitist or elites. Is that what you said? Elite members of society. Well,
yeah, because the Qatari king or whatever the top
President,
guy
whatever,
is, he was wearing one too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you mentioned it. I feel like it was like a sign of respect for Messi,
right?
To put it on, like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, they hosted an incredible tournament, and Messi comes out of it a winner. We have so many super chats here. We're gonna acknowledge all of them. From David Cerda at Soltero, que miras, bobo. Messi's famous words that he said to a reporter, I think, or to a couple fans. I don't remember who it was specifically, but he said that to him because they were talking shit. Jerome Van Damme. Thanks, guys, for the reviews. 12 euros. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. I've seen you in the chat before. Appreciate your activity in there, man. Really do appreciate it. So thank you, brother. Carlos Ojeda, he says, Di Maria had me in tears. Yeah, Di Maria had to be the most emotional Argentine, bro. Yeah. He was crying like during the game.
Yeah. And then when France equalized, I think 3-3, dude, he was in tears. He couldn't handle it. Like because he was on the bench at that point. He was just, I can't take this anymore. And I was right there with him, man. Right there with him.
Let's go back down again. So we got a number of super chats here. We're trying to see what all you guys said. Okay, Angel Bautista, $2. Thank you, brother. He says, greatest final I've seen ever.
Absolutely.
And I think I agree. When you think about 2018's final, France kind of had it in the bag for the most part. Croatia made a good match, but it wasn't to this point of legendary. 2014 was really good as well, but
there's no goals, really.
Yeah, there was no goals,
There's
really.
no goals.
Yeah, and then 2010 had to go into extra time as well. Spain that was a gruesome match. A battle back and forth, but not as electric as this one.
Yeah,
bro.
it wasn't as pretty either.
Yeah.
There's some pretty moments in this game.
Yes. And then 2006 was good, but I remember it being 1-1 for a long time. Went to extra time, no goals there either, and then went to penalties too. Yeah. There's drama with Zidane's headbutt, but overall, I think this one tops all of those, man. I didn't see 2002. If I did, I was like 7 years old. So. This one has to be the best one so far. And from what I'm hearing from older folks too, this is the greatest final they've ever seen.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it just has to be. Carlos Prado, Battle of the Titans, great final. Final. It delivered, man. Yeah. After that 4-3 match that we saw in 2018, for it to deliver on this scale yet again, bro.
Again?
Insane, man. Argentina-France is now an iconic matchup now. Yeah. When I see those two names paired up, I'm going to get so excited. Yeah. So excited. I'm just like, bro, this is the best matchup entertainment-wise.
Yeah, we probably saw like the makings of a rivalry low-key.
Yeah.
Because like in 20 years now, like when these French kids become professionals, they're going to remember this.
Yeah. Oh,
and same thing with the Argentines. So this is the what do you call it? The borning of a rivalry, bro. It's crazy.
I think so, especially to meet one more time on a big stage, 3 times back to back would be insane.
Yeah.
While you guys are here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let's get the views up. Let's get the comments up. And we're trying to get to 20K subs, man. 20K subs. But I see that we have 1.2 guys watching us right now, and we appreciate that, man. Give us a like. 5 stars on Spotify, please. Let's continue on to more super chats. Mauricio Ramirez, France screwed themselves by not playing 100%.
And I wonder what happened. Obviously, the credit goes to the Argentine energy and their midfield and how defensive and physical they were. But what happened to France? Like, did they really get done in mentally? Like, I wonder. Like, if you ask one of the players, like, and you say, look, just be honest. What happened out there? Yeah. Like, were you guys nervous? Were you nervous? Like, I would love to know. Or did Deschamps give you something tactically you didn't agree with? And at that point, were you just off it? Like, what happened, bro? Because France were horrible for 75 minutes.
For 75 minutes, the worst French team I've ever seen.
Seen.
It was really fucking bad. Yeah. And I agree. I wonder what it truly was, man. How it can be quantified, or if it just comes down to Argentina being that imposing.
Right.
Chris V, the greatest final, the greatest game, the greatest World Cup, the greatest player of all time, storybook stuff, European dominance over Viva America Latina, man. What a fucking comment from my boy Chris, bro.
Yeah, man.
What a comment. But I agree. European dominance in terms of winning this World Cup is done.
It's done.
Done. 20 straight years. Argentina has won it, man. Argentina has won it, and down goes France, man. What an incredible result. El Sombra Regio 7, good to see you again, my friend. $20, appreciate that. I've watched every World Cup final since 1998. The 2006 France versus Italy final I thought was the best game of all time. The Zidane headbutt to the epic PKs was unreal, but this game far surpassed it. This game was unreal.
Man.
Well said. Well said.
So well said.
Completely agree. Fernando Cruz, he says, I wish Maradona was still alive to witness this win.
That is crazy.
Man.
Yeah.
I did not think about that at all, especially with how you saw how passionate he was in 2018, bro.
Right.
The scenes of him just screaming his ass off on the sidelines. He would have lost it.
Yeah.
He would have lost. He'd be kissing Messi on the fucking forehead. He would have lost. He would have been. Oh man, it would have been good to see that, man. I wish he could have seen that for real. Rest in peace, one of the greatest players of all time. Ahmed Fagir sends us $70 in CAD. Is that a Canadian? Appreciate that, brother.
Thank you,
We'll go
man.
to Canada soon. And Sombra Regio 7 says, P.S. The GOAT debate is 1,000% over. Messi is the GOAT. P.S. Mbappe will win another cup before it's all said and done. And I think we got it. You can't roll that out from here on out, bro.
Absolutely.
If he showed out to this level, bro, on this big of a stage, man.
It doesn't matter to him, man.
Yeah.
Like, he can play at the biggest stage and dominate. Dude, a hat trick. The second hat trick of all time in a World Cup final. The first since, 1966, since I think an Englishman did it. Ridiculous from Mbappe. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucks because, like, if there was a way for him to, like, he deserves a World Cup.
Yeah.
After what he did today.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
like
right.
him specifically. The rest of the French team can.
Yeah.
But Mbappe specifically put in a
Deserved
performance
it.
today that was deserving of the World Cup specifically. And I was thinking about it. This is his second final that he's lost, big one. He lost the Champions League final against Bayern.
Oh, and actually kind of in similar fashion in the sense that final PSG got ran.
Yeah.
They got ran by a more physically imposing Bayern. Very similar to this.
Yeah.
The difference, though, Mbappe scored 3 goals in this
bro.
game.
Three.
That's insane, dude.
3. Let's keep looking at these super chats from Ahmed Fagir says, thanks for the World Cup coverage, guys. Can we take a moment and reaffirm that Messi is the greatest of all time? Can we say that in unison out loud at once?
I think we can do that.
Okay, here we go.
All
I'll
right.
do 3, 2, 1, and producer Rudd, can you get over here on the mic too? We want to get a loud unison. I want everyone in the chat to say Messi is the greatest of all time. All together here, folks. So I'll tell you if you can get in on the frame. Get on the frame. Get over here.
I'm right here.
I don't see you.
Right here.
Yeah. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Messi is the greatest of all time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reaffirm that, brother. Reaffirm that. Oh, yeah, I love it, Chad. I love it, man. Chad is acting right now. Messi is the greatest of all time. It's just crazy, bro. The debate is done.
It's done, brother. It's done.
And I can't believe that an answer was given to us, man.
There's a true conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I talk about it now, just in the future, I'll be like, yeah, Messi's the best player of all time. Like, just truly.
Yeah.
And it's done. Like, I can say that with confidence now.
Yes.
I don't have to really argue because I could just say World Cup.
Yeah.
That's all I can say now.
Yeah.
And it'll actually work as a good argument as to why. Sure, you can argue against it a little bit, but the argument of Messi winning the World Cup, being the best player by far at this tournament, and just concluding his narrative this way, dude, it's done.
I think so. Even when you compare it to other GOATs like Pelé, Maradona, I think this tournament showed older people, older generations of what Messi can do. Because for the longest time, I think that a lot of boomers, a lot of older folks out there have always, the moment that they give Messi, the opportunities that they give Messi to, Jesus, I can't formulate a sentence right now. The times that they have gotten to see Messi for a lot of people is just the World Cup. And even 2014, there was never truly a World Cup where Messi showed out the way that you knew he could show out, right? Where he had a goal in a goal in the round of 16, a goal in the quarterfinal, semifinal, and final.
The first to ever do it.
The first to ever do it.
Yeah.
Like, this tournament he showed out more than any other tournament, and even like Champions League at this point.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
fucking insane, this tournament.
Yes, dude.
And I'm glad that the older generation got to see it, because if you saw it, I feel like you got to admit, all right, this kid's good at the very least, you know? Guess it put some respect on his name at this point.
He's so cold. He's so clinical.
Yeah.
To score in every knockout game, that's crazy. He scored 2 today. I just don't believe it, man. Yeah. 2 goals, man. He got a double in a final.
Fucking brace.
I just can't believe it, man.
Thanks for the covers. We got that one. Okay, Carlos Ojeda says Mbappe's comment about South American football not being up to par? ? I heard rumblings about that. I never saw it. I never saw it. I think it happened a while back too.
I mean, but this showed. I mean, they can impose themselves on anybody.
Yeah.
So the debate's done.
We'll have to talk about where your CONMEBOL take, how that shifts, or do you want to talk about that right now? How this game and this whole tournament from Argentina, does that shift any of your CONMEBOL takes that you had prior to the tournament?
I don't think it shifts it too much. I think what does change is Argentina's mentality has truly impressed me. And I'm talking about from a team perspective. My biggest thing is I did not think that they would have the mental grit to go all the way, to have Messi perform the way he has, but to have everybody else also play at an elite level. Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister, dude, were amazing today. Absolutely amazing. And also Julian Alvarez, Di Maria winding back the clock. So that really did impress me for Argentina to actually impose themselves against every single opponent. That is impressive. But as far as like CONMEBOL being completely shifted, I don't know. I think Brazil should have gone farther, 100%. And Uruguay and Ecuador actually were pretty, not poor, but they got done in at the end of the day. So I think, and Peru obviously didn't even get here when they probably should have. So CONMEBOL as a whole, I'm actually pretty hard on my take because I do think CONMEBOL is on a decline, but Argentina have showed that they're the best team in the world. So they're that little pocket of like hope for CONMEBOL.
And it's nice to finally see you join my side of my take on CONMEBOL because for the longest time, I agree with you in the sense that I thought overall CONMEBOL was very weak. But I mentioned time and time again
you're right.
that the top teams were up there with the best European teams.
Yes.
And you wouldn't join me, man.
Yeah.
You wouldn't join me. And ultimately, I was wrong in the sense that I thought Brazil would be the top team that would win this tournament. But instead, it was Argentina, man.
It was.
And I think it's the same idea I had about Brazil ended up being the idea that I have about Argentina. The ability for that culture to infiltrate itself into a match is kind of crazy, bro.
Right.
The way that Argentine grit and energy and tenacity helped dictate the outcome of a fucking World Cup final is incredible to me. And that's why I think the heights that CONMEBOL can achieve cannot be taken for granted because CONMEBOL, when it gets right, when it's all put together in the way that it was today with Argentina, you see the power that it can generate. You see how they can impose themselves on a team, no matter how good of quality they are. France looked dumbfounded today.
So bad.
And so I do think that ultimately I deserve a little credit here because if you look at the past videos, I was saying that CONMEBOL in general, I do think has dropped a little bit in quality when you look at the teams outside of Argentina and Brazil. But Argentina and Brazil themselves, at this point, at least Argentina, is really, really fucking good.
They're so good.
Really fucking good, man. Let's keep reading some super chats. What else we got? Albara Al-Sharif. Hey, I like that name. Came off the tongue really easily. I just want to thank you guys for the amazing coverage. I've enjoyed watching the tournament with you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, man. My brother. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. And guys, while y'all are here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Keep up with us while we continue doing and covering more matches and more tournaments in the future. Luis Melo says, will the give and go be in Argentina to celebrate with Messi? Also, have we decided on a punishment for Soltero? We have not decided on a punishment for Soltero, and I think we might have to start discussing that now then.
Yeah, I think I'll be set on this. For the next like 10 shoots we ever do just in general, I'll wear an Argentina jersey.
Okay.
And I'll also go kiss the soil in Buenos Aires within this next year of 2023.
You think so?
That's what I'm going to do.
You're being serious right now.
Being 100% serious.
You're being serious. So the jersey, 10 shoots in a row.
10 shoots in a row. You will only catch me in an Argentina jersey.
Okay. Should we talk about the type of jersey here, folks? Do we want do you want a new jersey? Do you have an Argentina jersey? Do you want this one?
I'll have to go purchase one.
Yeah.
I don't own one.
Yeah, your pockets have to take a hit.
Yeah, I'm going to go purchase one for sure.
I was like, you don't own no fucking Argentina
jersey. I don't.
All right, so you got to go buy an official
get
Argentina jersey with the third World Cup star on it.
Oh, okay.
Ideally.
If I can find one.
Okay. You promised to go to Buenos Aires within the next year.
Within the next year. It's gonna because I can't fucking go now.
Right.
I can't go right now. But
right.
Expect like an Instagram picture of me on my knees kissing the soil.
That's big.
In Argentina.
That's
within
big,
the next year. Remember it. I know you won't be able to get that immediately, unless you guys pay for my fucking ticket. That'd be the only way. If you guys pay for my ticket. If you guys pay for my ticket, then I can go tomorrow.
But if not, then within the next year, we'll make it a whole thing on the channel. A whole thing, a documentary series. We'll get Vice News on it. We'll just travel with you. We'll have an Argentine shaman, bringing you to the most precious and freshest soil in Argentina. And you'll kiss the fucking ground. Get on your knees and kiss the fucking ground.
We'll get a beautiful photo of it, and I will, I will give my apologies.
Would you entertain?
Say Messi on the back, like the jersey.
Make sure the jersey says Messi on the back. That'd be a great purchase, man, to get some Messi. So Miguel Soto says weak ass punishment. What else would you want, man? Shaving his head is extreme, bro.
It's so extreme.
Shaving is extreme. Especially when you're He's got hair on his head, bro. He not get it back, bro. He might not give it back. He's got a whole job and shit, bro. Would you entertain a temporary tattoo?
I could entertain it. Yeah, maybe for those shoots, I'll always like redo it. That way I'm just decked out for Argentina shit.
Yeah, because shit would be. But I think during the shoots, be nice if we had a little a temporary tattoo. That's right here. Right, so you can hide it when you're out in public if you want. But on the shoot, you gotta do it like this the whole time.
Let's see.
And it's a goat, it's Messi, or it's Maradona's, whoever, but something Argentina related. All right, what about an essay?
An essay, yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah, okay. Let's keep reading some more super chats. We'll keep discussing this. Let's see. Jetis Nair says, Soltero, you were spot on for all teams, but in case of Argentina, your dislike for Argentina blindsided you on how good this team really was. Goat Messi.
That is an interesting take because I've thought about this. Was I really blind to Argentina? And I think in a sense, yes, there were aspects of this team that I got completely wrong. But also, the Netherlands and France took them to penalties, man. Like, just one shot away, and Argentina might not even be here. It's like I didn't get it that wrong.
Right.
Against good European talent, Argentina almost lost. And they had to go to penalties to actually succeed over them. So, yes, I got a lot of this team wrong, but I didn't get it that wrong.
Yeah, you think people are being a little too hard on you in that
right
sense,
now. For example, if I had said that, in the moment, if I don't know, let's say Argentina were facing an African team or an Asian team, and I would have said, yeah, like Japan will defeat Argentina, or in some sense like that, then maybe I would be a little bit blind to that. But for the most part, I only had Argentina losing to European teams, and I think that was my overall take: is that a good European team is better than Argentina, and they got very, very close. So I actually wasn't that wrong on my takes. So overall, yes, I think I am wrong overall, but I wasn't that far off.
Yeah, I can see that. We got some people here asking for a little bit more in the sense of Anthony Eraso says, give Otamendi and Romero their respects. You said they were trash. And I do remember the video where we had an argument about Otamendi and Romero about them being able and capable enough to win a World Cup final.
Well, I think that in general goes back to what I got wrong about this Argentine side. Not just Otamendi and Romero, but that entire back line. And also just the defensive midfield. What I got completely wrong was their aggression and their really good tactical composure to almost have no holes. They never really got penetrated by most teams, and when they did, it was like 70th, 80th minute once the teams got desperate. So for the most part, what I got completely wrong was how good that Argentine defense was. It's why I didn't have them lifting the trophy, because I thought Argentina's offense was the best I had ever seen, but I thought their defense would be slightly more leaky than it actually was. So yes, 100%. That is ultimately what I got wrong, and what I'm apologizing for.
Dude,
their back line was so
their
good.
Back line, I think, surprised everyone though, because there were, I think, outside of 10 chaotic minutes against Netherlands and 10 chaotic minutes against France, they were incredible, bro.
Yes.
And that Saudi Arabia match, bro, I think it's an outlier when you look at it overall, because
first game of the tournament,
I think Scaloni got the lineup wrong that day. I think he really did, and so ultimately it just ended up not benefiting any of the players on the pitch that day. But as a whole overlooking tournament experience, their defense was one of the best defensive performances I've seen from an international team at the World Cup, because it took absolute chaos for the Netherlands to get back into a match, including an incredible free kick play that was straight out of fucking FIFA, a fucking video game. And then Kylian Mbappe having a moment of absolute class for like 5 minutes and getting France back into the match. It took so much to be able to break them ultimately. And so, their defense stepped up like no other, and I want to give them credit for that too. Let's keep looking at more super chats. Carlos Ojeda, $50.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. That's a big supporter right there, Carlos Ojeda. Hey, maybe you can make that flight to Argentina tomorrow, bro. Bittersweet moment knowing that these finals ended the way it did. Knowing this is the last time we will see Messi in a World Cup. I didn't see Mbappe being unsportsmanlike, but his attitude after losing was very poor. I feel he needs to grow personally. I'm not sure. I keep seeing stuff about Mbappe's sportsmanship, but I'm not sure what y'all are saying here, bro, because I saw Romero talking shit mid-game, bro. I saw Paredes talk shit mid-game to Netherlands players. I saw Argentina do way worse shit throughout this game. And the thing is, I excuse it because I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. So I don't like being picky here about how players react and how
I don't care.
I think it makes the game greater.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, man.
Yeah.
Truly.
No, 100%,
It's a little
man.
fucked up, but I do think I don't see what Mbappe do. What did Mbappe do, man? I don't know. I saw.
I think
him
he was just salty. He was just.
I saw him be- yeah.
He was just pouty, but I think that's understandable because he scored 3 fucking goals and didn't win.
Yeah.
That's understandable, man. But also, I love it because that's his character at this point. He's got a little chip on his shoulder at all times because he knows he's probably the best player out there. I like that. I want a little bit of attitude. So Mbappe, just keep being you. I don't care.
Yeah, Mbappe was fine afterwards. I don't understand the comments, his search. I agree, man. Even when he was up on the podium receiving his reward for Golden Boot, I thought he was just serious because he lost, man. Like, give the guy some grace, man. Like, he deserves to be upset. I agree with Atman. Let's see what else we got, man. While you guys are here, make sure to like the stream. Make sure to comment, subscribe to us, keep updated with us. I'm sorry I got to keep repeating this, but it's just to keep the views up and to get more people involved in the community. So let's keep going. Isaac Steinman. Soltero got to go get married in Argentina now as punishment. Hey, maybe you find a lover, bro, by that point, man.
Man, at this point, people just wanted me to move there.
People want you to move
be a
there.
citizen.
Yeah, change your
We just
nationality and everything, bro.
Change the HQ of Give and go to Argentina for a year?
Yeah, man. Then the opposite would happen. We would only praise Argentina from here on out. This pod would lose its essence. It's crazy, man. And what's funny is that in the future, there will probably be a different Argentina in the sense of like every tournament, there's going to be one team that either you or I are just completely out on.
Oh, no, 100%. I want to make this
I can't wait to see what team that will be.
Very, very clear. 100%. Every tournament, I have my favorites and I have my overrated teams. This year, just so happened to be Argentina, but I also feel like I rated a lot of good teams.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
But that's going to happen every single time. That's why I don't want to make these punishments too extreme, because otherwise I'm going to get punished every single tournament, man.
And I mean, the thing is, I don't think it's fair to get punished when I think you should get rewarded for when you're all right. Because let's look at some of your highlights of this tournament, man.
Please, man.
Group A, you predicted Netherlands and Senegal would make it out. A lot of people had Ecuador, including myself.
Right.
You got that right.
I got that right.
Group B, got it right with
right.
England and the USA making it out.
Yep.
Group C, with lots of people, including myself, saying Mexico would make it out. You predicted the demise of this Mexican national team.
I did.
Yeah, not making it out of the round of 16 for the first time in decades, bro.
No.
And
I had the exact lineup there too. Argentina and Poland going through, and that's exactly how it ended.
Yeah, but you also had Saudi Arabia over Mexico.
I did.
And then you also had Japan making it out of the group, which I think is probably your highlight of the tournament so far. Mm-hmm. Japan, and not just that, you predicted the quarterfinal matchup of Croatia-Japan happening as well, which is a lot has to happen.
I also had Belgium not getting out of the group.
You did?
Just in general, I had 13 out of the 16 teams right getting out of the group stage.
Out of the group stage.
That's really good.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
You should have put more effort into that final prediction, brother.
Yeah.
You should have believed in South America if you wanted full credit.
Right.
Yeah, you're getting punished for it, but at the same time. Yeah. And then what other? I think there was one more that I remember was really, really good, but I see a lot of comments about Ballon d'Or, so let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about that. With Messi winning the World Cup now, we mentioned this before in prior streams, with him winning the World Cup now, that has to mean that the Ballon d'Or is sealed for the GOAT. He's going to win it yet again, bro.
It's done.
8 Ballon d'Ors, man?
Yeah.
8? 8? Bruh.
It's done. It's his, bro. It wouldn't make any sense if it went to anybody else.
That's crazy. Yeah,
it just wouldn't.
There's no one else.
There's no one else. Even if he gets knocked out like quarterfinals Champions League, like that early, it wouldn't matter. He won the World Cup. If Modric won it as a runner-up, Messi's going to win it as the MVP of the tournament, bro. It's done. Messi's going to get his 8th.
I think, and what's kind of nice is that he has Mbappe and Neymar on the same team, so their success is his at the club level. That's so true. So if they do bad, they also do bad, and they aren't able to win the Ballon d'Or in their cases. Damn. Outside of that, the only other player that I think is in the running would be Haaland, probably. Haaland.
Right.
Winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League, but they're not going to do that to him.
Nah, he wasn't even at this World not because it's his fault, but he just wasn't at this World Cup either. So it's like, why would they? With Messi winning the biggest trophy on the planet, man? Come on.
Well, there is one reason why, bro.
What do you mean?
The Ballon d'Or is given by a French outlet, bro.
It gets political as hell.
I'm saying, man.
Shit, man.
This salt runs deep, bro. Grudges run deep, man. And if that French president has any involvement in it, we'll see what the fuck happens, no. But I agree. At the end of the day, I think Messi deserves the World Cup, man. Or not the World Cup, the Ballon d'Or for
100%.
sure. Let's keep reading more super chats, man. We got to catch up on these. Rahul Magar says, love your watch-alongs. I listen to you when I drive always. Love you guys. And vamos Argentina. Soltero, you should kiss Argentina soil, man. And you definitely will.
I definitely will.
I think that's a
me,
good
man.
punishment, bro, because think about the finances that go into place.
I'm going to have to find a fucking hotel, a place to stay. I'm going to have to fly over there,
your
man.
safety might be in danger, bro. But imagine some Argentine guy that never saw your apology. He just thinks that you just strictly hate Argentina.
That's true.
You're not gonna make it out alive, bro. Jacob Ruiz says Soltero needs to dye his hair blue and white, dude. Jeez, man. Ibrahim Ahmed says Lautaro should have buried it way before.
I'm telling you, he had 3 big chances in extra time. Didn't put away any of them.
Yeah. Lautaro this tournament was an absolute enigma, and as I said, probably the player that we were most wrong about in our preview. Lautaro was absent from this World Cup, man.
He
Completely
was,
absent.
bro. He really was, though. Just
It's-
in general, too.
In general. El Sombra Regio 7 says, for $10. Thank you, brother. What's wild, too, is that Otamendi and Romero were playing the best games of their lives defensively until Mbappe took over. And then suddenly both became the biggest hole for Argentina. Hashtag Mbappe effect. I do think there's a little bit to say there about Otamendi getting beat. He got beat on the 1-1 with Kolo Muani, and then that kind of started the avalanche of French offense that proceeded. So there was a bit of a fault there, but at the end of the day, man, they stood tall.
Yeah.
They came out with a 3-3 tie,
Yeah.
pushed it to penalties, and they let their offensive players take care of it, man. So props to both of those guys. Ben Lowry, good to see you, my friend. The Give and Go's lawyer says Emmy's extra time save was the most underrated of all time. Underrated? It's gotta be rated properly. I will not let it not get rated properly, bro.
I wonder what like the general populace thinks about it.
I wonder if they're just forgetting about it.
Right, because, they won on penalties and there's just so many other big moments with goal scoring.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that save alone might go underrated. I wonder.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
It better not, man. I think that's one of the greatest saves I've ever seen.
That's so
and with the
good.
pressure on the line, might be the greatest one of all time.
Yeah.
Might be. Mauricio Ramirez, $10. Thank you, brother. He says, this whole World Cup reminded me why I love football. I was starting to think Champions League was the best tournament, but this World Cup proved me wrong. Nothing beats the emotions felt in each World Cup game.
Nothing does.
I'm legit concerned about how I'm going to be watching football moving forward, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to feel emotionless, man.
No, I'm telling you, man, I want to detox. Even though I know football literally starts back up next week,
Crazy.
I'm not watching club football for at least a month because I got to detox, man.
Yeah.
Nothing beats the high of the World Cup. Sure, it'll go on, but, we'll catch the last quarter of the season, bro. We'll catch up later, man. We gotta detox. We gotta reset, brother.
Right.
We gotta reset.
Yeah. Seek counseling and shit, man. Yeah, this one specifically too was such an emotional World Cup, bro. Such an emotional World Cup. I'm fucking exhausted, bro. Exhausted.
Yeah, exhausted on so many levels, but dude, the reward we got today with this game, man.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how well we got rewarded for this, man. Just being a football fan. Like, this is the best gift you could ask for. Christmas came early.
Christmas came fucking early, man. Shit. Watch it every year on Christmas. We'll rewatch this, man.
Dude, I actually want to rewatch this game just
To process?
just to process it fully. Like how Sugar Sean said, he's got to rewatch the tape back when he fought Peter Yan. I got to rewatch this game just to look at it, just to look at the tape.
Yeah, I agree.
My God.
What else we got, man? Ben Lowry once again says Kylian Mbappe in the box to tie at 3 was GOAT moves. Without ball, my God.
Or with ball.
With ball, my God, yes.
Yeah.
GOAT status for Mbappe, or at least starting getting that conversation, man. GOAT World Cup player potentially in the running for him if he can continue at this pace, but he's got a big player to beat in Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
What else we got? AB. Been a great World Cup. Thank you for the hard work, boys.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you so much, man. That means a lot to us. That really does. Thank you so much, man. We're at the tail end of it now. Thank you guys so much for watching these streams. MNSTR23, $10. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. This World Cup final is 1 of 1. One for the books. Congrats to Argentina. Congrats to the GOAT Messi. Today, Messi and Argentina won my heart. And I think that's the impact of today's game.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that were anti-Argentina in general, even Brazilians maybe, watch this game and leave it just feeling like low-key kind of proud.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the game was so impressive, man. But like I said, the World Cup final, 1 of 1. I agree. Has any other final lived up to the way this did, just drama-wise, man?
At the end of the day, no,
Just
man.
drama-wise, bro.
At the end of the day, no. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Don't
no.
think so.
This was incredible. What was crazy is for a minute there, this could have been one of the worst World Cup finals.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at, man. That's why France are a weird paradox as far as like a footballing team is concerned, man.
Yeah.
They don't make sense.
Yeah. What else we have? Ben Lowry with Nkunku, Kante, Pogba, Benzema, and Hernandez. Does France win?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could argue that all day long. I think it's a fair argument to be had. Yes, probably, but also Argentina have been so good against anybody. It could have ended the same way in the sense that it just goes to penalties. Because I think no matter what, Argentina would somehow keep it close.
Yeah.
Even if France had the better squad with all of those players healthy.
Damn, where does this team rank in terms of international World Cup winners now? With 2006 Italy, 2010 Spain, 2014 Germany, 2018 France, 2022 Argentina. What do you guys think? Where does this team rank overall? Is this a team that is the best team since 2006? And we're going to start there because we didn't watch 2002. Or is it on par with 2010? Is it on par with 2014? I see you thinking hard about this because you want to give a right answer. So I'm going to see what the chat is saying so far. At Minsheth says top 3 nation for sure. Someone promised it. Yeah, we'll talk. What else do y'all think this is one of the best? Top 3 is what other people are saying. Yeah. I got to think about it. I got to think about this one. What do you think?
This one's tough. I think they're either the best team or the second best team that I've seen. If you go back to 2006, obviously. Simply because the chemistry that they all had with the midfield and their front players was unbeatable, honestly. And they were able to couple that with such good defense, man. Such good defense. And then Martinez, with the amount of saves that he was able to make. And then I think the biggest factor why I might say that they're the best is this is God tier Messi. God tier, man. Scoring or assisting in every single game. Like, can you beat that? I don't know.
Yeah.
So this might be the best simply because Messi was
yeah.
just on his fucking shit.
Yeah, this comment from a beer says Spain first, France second, Argentina third, Germany fourth. Top 3, no hesitation. Top 2, man, I think this might be top 2 for me.
I think it's top 2 for me. I'm going to say top 2.
Top 2. Spain first, Germany second, and third Argentina, but I might change between 2 and 3. Says
That's fair.
Aladine. Yeah, I agree. It's really fucking close. But the heights that this team can achieve, especially when you think about them having the best fan base of the past since 2006, bro. The best fan base.
Yo, that's true.
You gotta add that in there.
You gotta add that in there.
Yeah, gotta add that in there. All right, let's keep looking at more super chats. What are you guys saying? Black Wizard King 22 sends us $2. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. David Otasu, $10. Thank you, bro. Been waiting to make this super comment. What a game. Best game I have ever watched. Everyone was crossing France off, but I knew the last 20 minutes would be insane. And Argentina campeón del mundo, bro. Campeón del mundo.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend, for that comment. That means a lot to us, and I agree, man. The chaos of this game was fucking unreal, man. We basically got a repeat of Argentina-Netherlands, which I did not think would get repeated, bro.
No, man.
Is this the game of the tournament?
Yeah, it is, man. 3-3 and goals either side in regulation and extra time for both sides. Crazy.
It's got to be.
It's crazy, man.
It's gotta be. This is the best one for sure. Best one. Black Wizard King sends us $2 more. Thank you, Wizard. I really do appreciate that, Wizard. Hopefully the Wizard can continue rewarding us. Thank you, my friend. Ibrahim Ahmed says Mbappe has 12 goals in 2 World Cups. Respect. Vamos Argentina.
Yeah,
bro, he might get to 20 then.
Oh, yeah. Wait, he's going to break the record, dude. He's going to.
Oh, my God.
He's a machine.
I wish the next World Cup was like next month, man.
Yeah, just to see it fulfilled.
Just to see it happen now. MNSTR23 once again sends us a donation. Thank you, my friend. Congrats to Mbappe. He stuck his chest out for France today in this whole tournament. He's a great player and has great potential. What a game. And that's, bro, I agree. This is just pure, like, thank you, Mbappe type of energy. Like, we appreciate him for his efforts. If you're French, you're just looking at him like, wow, you are it, man.
Yeah.
You are it. Mbappe, what a performance. Rest up. Enjoy yourself. In my opinion, you won a World Cup with how you played this tournament. He deserves a World Cup. He just didn't get it because of the brutality of this tournament. But Mbappe overall was incredible.
Yeah, he was absolutely incredible.
Black Wizard King finally sent us a chat. All right, thank you, Wizard. He says, Soltero, you're in big trouble. European elitism. Ha, 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 ha. Laughing emojis.
Yeah. Again, not to take that out of context, because what I mean by that is from footballing perspective. But again, elitism in the sense that they could have a mid-game but still keep it tight because they're just elite. France did not deserve to take this into extra time, yet they did based off of sheer quality. They didn't deserve to even take it to penalties, yet they did because they just have incredible players. Argentina were by far the better team, but it was just the simple class of the French team that actually got it to penalties. Not because they were the better team, or not even because they even met Argentina, because they didn't, bro. It was just pure quality.
No, I can agree with that. That's definitely European elitism because, bro,
it is.
Imagine that being a CONCACAF team.
There's no way they do that.
Imagine that being an African team. They just lose that game outright.
Exactly.
You don't have that ability to get back into a match in that way. In that way. So definitely France does benefit from that because they're just so fucking good. Yeah. Grant Hale Drums, our good friend Grant Hale, producer Ruds, one of his best friends, sends us $10. Thank you, my guy. He says, shout out to Reynoso, Soltero, and producer Rudd. This covers this World Cup, reignited my interest in the game, and has pumped me for 2026. Sending love from LA. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate that. It's a good friend of mine. And shout out Los Angeles, man. We got a lot of viewers from California. We got to check in with y'all soon, man. We'd love to go up there and just talk footy with you guys and play some football as well, man. So thank you, Grant Hale Drums. Keep playing those drums, brother. And while you guys are here, make sure to like the stream, boost it up for us, please. Get us some subscribers. We're trying to get to 20K before the stream ends, and we got a long stream in the works because there's so much still to talk about, which is crazy. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. 5 stars on Spotify if you're listening to us, please. Let's continue on with these super chats. We have Frankie Mendez at $5 saying Mexico's best hope to win the 2026 World Cup is to play each knockout game in El Azteca. Yeah, when you think about how much it benefited Argentina having all Argentina in the stands, bro, it matters.
I think it matters.
It matters.
Yeah.
Mexico, USA, Canada, they all have to take advantage of the fact that it will be here in our fucking home.
Yeah.
This time around, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And thinking about that actually kind of gives me chills because it'll be in Mexico for this Mexican national team. Obviously not the entire tournament because the majority will be in the U.S., but for Mexico in general, this will be a big moment, and this will be such a good opportunity to just kind of go off, man. Use that energy, like you said, and the fans really could actually play like a 12th man type of role for Mexico in 4 years.
Yeah, we'll talk 2026 predictions at some point because people are wondering who we think is going to win. Yeah, Soltero's got to go somewhere real quick. He'll be back real quick. In the meantime, I will read some more super chats. What we got? Bob sends us $5. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that, Bob. Keenan Anderson, $20. Damn, thank you, bro. Love y'all's content. I was watching the final on a flight, and the connection went off right before Pence, so the pilot had to come on the loudspeaker 10 minutes later to tell us the results, and the whole plane started clapping. Holy shit, bro. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. Ridiculous, bro. To have your game shut off like that, man, that's hell, man. That's hell for me, man. That's hell. That'd be awful. And yes, what you guys are saying in the chat is absolutely right. Soltero is utilizing that bathroom right now. Absolutely. But yes, man, that's crazy you went through that, Keenan. And I applaud you for just staying put. And I can't imagine how it was to see that plane just start clapping to see Lionel Messi win the fucking trophy, dude. That's crazy. Angel Munoz, $20. Thank you, my friend. He says, if Croatia wins a World Cup in their future, they become the new Uruguay for me. A country with such a small population, but somehow continues to produce so much talent. Small in geography and population, but a giant in football.
Giant in football, Croatia, man. I just can't believe they even got back to the semis. I really can't.
Yeah.
We know they have the quality, and we knew that they would make some sort of run. But to go as far as they did this tournament, especially that moment beating Brazil in penalties, I just couldn't believe it, man. And that really did show me. I was like, dude, this Croatian team as a unit, just giant. As this comment says,
dude.
Giant.
No, yeah. That's awesome, man. If you're Croatian,
awesome.
That's one of the best things. To be a small country but have such a formidable soccer team.
It's so dope.
It's one of the best things, man. Ibrahim Ahmed says the midfield of Argentina is going to be elite in the future. Dude, I was thinking about that.
Dude, Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister will be in their prime in 4 years.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
crazy.
That's crazy. And we saw what a difference it makes for Argentina to have these specific type of players in the midfield.
Yeah.
And Rodrigo de Paul as well, being such a warrior for this team throughout this whole tournament. I think they definitely deserve a standing ovation for what they were able to do this tournament, because they're able to hold their ground in the midfield, bro, and match up to the physicality of the other team. But then offensively, man, they can link up with Messi so well in a way that we haven't seen, bro.
Right.
And we saw in the build up to the goals today with how they're able to just boom 1-2 touches, really quick interplay, and get a goal at the end of the day. McAllister at 23 years old is insane to me. Insane.
He was so
and then
good today.
Enzo, I think he's at 21 years old. Bro, it's crazy to me that he didn't start the tournament.
I know.
He was on the bench.
And prior to this game, or prior to this tournament, he was never really in the starting 11. You know, it was always Lo Celso, Paredes, and De Paul, right?
Yeah.
Or Lo Celso, maybe Rodriguez and De Paul. Fernandez was never in the books to start. Never. But that decision to try to be a little bit more creative due to Lo Celso's absence actually paid dividends for Argentina, man. And again, credit to Scaloni for seeing that they needed a little bit more fluidity in that midfield. And Fernandez showed the fuck out in this tournament.
Oh, yeah, he was incredible. Young player of the tournament award, man. Huge award. What else we got? Mauricio Ramirez, $5. He says, lastly, I want to say thanks for the live streams. Yours and Football Infinito are my go-to after the games. Soltero reminds me of Don Bisca. I remember that show. I just don't remember the characters. I don't remember the names of people on that show. So I don't know who that is, but we'll have to look that up next time. Sharanteja Ganham says $10 and he sends an emoji of a guy jumping. Thank you, my friend.
Man.
A super sticker. That might be the first super sticker we've received. Thank you so much, my friend, man. That means a lot to us. Carlos Trevino says, where does Emmy's extra time save rank? Best of all time? In my opinion, bro, best of all time. Best of all time in terms of the pressure. I saw someone else mention Casillas, his save against the Netherlands in the final as well, which was a very good one too. One-on-one
I
play.
remember that one, yeah.
So I think it's between that one and this one for greatest save of all time.
Yeah.
Just in general. Because I think with the weight of the World Cup, with how big the stakes are, anything you do here is just emphasized. And what he did in this one, though, was insane, because he had no business saving that shot, man.
Yeah.
No business.
No business.
What else we have? From Eduardo Vasquez, he says, Soltero has to sing the famous En Argentina nací, tierra del Diego y Lonel with Argentine fans and Argentina jersey. That'd be a chant would be nice.
Yeah, a little
That's
chant.
Light. That's light.
Of course.
Maybe we start off one of the pods in the upcoming month with a chant.
We'll see.
I'll join you in for that one if you like. But if you guys want to get reminded, Soltero's punishment has been decided. He will wear an Argentina jersey 10 shoots in a row. I'll make sure to count them each and every single time. And then he will fly out to Argentina at some point this year. And trust me, I will vouch for him. I will make sure that he makes that trip. If anything, we might all make that trip to Argentina at this point. And we will watch him bend the knee and kiss the fucking Argentine soil in Argentina. That is the punishment. And I think that's deserving. People want a shaved head, but bro, think about how much money goes into fucking flying out to Argentina, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm breaking the bank on that.
Soltero has to name his son Leonel. Bro, what are y'all talking about, man? What are y'all talking about? Pinhead Larry says, can we talk about Dybala getting the job done?
He came on and got a nice penalty. At the end of the day, why not?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. No, he had one job and he got it right.
Yeah, you got it right.
Hassan says, Messi must be lonely at the top. The GOAT.
The
Ooh,
GOAT,
I like
bro.
that. I'm going to start saying that.
Yeah.
Messi must be lonely at the top. The surefire GOAT, in my opinion. Ibrahim Ahmed says, Enzo fucking Fernandez. My man is going to dominate. Hey, he's a big Fernandez fan. Hey, good shit.
Really,
Benfica.
really good.
Damn, you can make. Damn, that's crazy. Benfica's underrated undefeated so far this
Right,
season.
right.
And Enzo just won a World Cup, man.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
Otamendi, too.
What a season they're having,
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit. Maybe Benfica does
Hey.
something this year.
Hey.
Yeah. Zakaria Janani says, hey, don't forget about Morocco. First African to go to the semis. That's big, man. We can't forget. Never forget.
It is pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
so impressive. And honestly, if Morocco had just one or two other more elite players, they could have gone to the final. They're like, Morocco are that close. Getting to the semifinal was never a fluke for Morocco with this team that they have. So, yeah, again, what Morocco did was so impressive and deserved.
How do you think they would have performed today in the final compared to how France did overall?
That's why I low-key was hoping for an Argentina-Morocco final, because I knew at the very least Morocco would have nothing to lose. And like Argentina, Morocco used their physicality and their energy to win games, not their technique. And I thought it could have made an interesting final, but again, I would still probably give it to Argentina to beat them just because they have more quality.
Right, but it would have made for a really good match.
Yeah, I
especially,
think it would have.
We would not have gotten like the 70-minute outcome that we got between France and Argentina, the same would not have happened against Morocco. I think at the very least Morocco is, like you said, so physical that it would have been a fucking grudge battle, that one.
Right. I think
And
it would have been a lot more
back.
of a cage match.
Yeah, they would have fought back versus France. I felt like they kind of just bent over for like 70 minutes, man.
Dude, they did.
And then finally they decided to wake up. Yeah, I agree. Christy Zuniga says, I just want to thank you. Gracias desde mi corazón a Reynoso Soltero, producer Rudd. Nothing makes me more proud to see Latinos talking football like this. Vamos, sufrido pero ganamos. Damn.
Hey, thank you so much.
Christy, thank you so much, man. I feel proud of myself. She riled me up, man.
Yeah, man.
Maybe we are doing something good here, man. Maybe. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for real. What else we got? Ibrahim Ahmed active, man, sending in these super chats. He's happy right now. The amount of records Messi broke with this match. Highest appearances in World Cup. That too, 26 appearances. Goals in every knockout game. Highest goal scorer for Argentina. World Cup after 36 years.
Yeah.
The greatest of all time, man. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. He has every single fucking record at this point now. What else we have? Paco Moran says, Andres Cantor on commentary was just the cherry on top. I just found out he's Argentine. Yeah, man, he's hella emotional, and I've been waiting for him to win the World Cup because so many times have I been watching his broadcast and seen Argentina just get beat.
Yeah.
And you can hear it in his voice when he has to be forced to yell for the other team. Like, for example, that Croatia-Argentina match in 2018 when they got murdered. I was watching his call in the game, and he was screaming, but he was depressed screaming that shit, man. And so to hear him finally win the World Cup, man, to see him cry, basically, huge, bro, huge. Full circle moment. Reformation Videos sends us $2 Canadian. Thank you so much, my friend. Big shouts out to Canada, bro. El Pascador sends, what a story, Argentina. Losing to Saudis and coming back as champions with Messi lifting a World Cup. Wow, man. Qatar World Cup will be the best ever from a guy who's watched every single World Cup game since 1998.
Yeah, man. I've been thinking about that too. Like, dude, the World Cups in the future are going to be hard. They're going to have a hard task to beat this World Cup. Just entertainment-wise, narrative-wise. Like, the Messi narrative will no longer exist in that next World Cup. Like, it won't be there even for Ronaldo either. So, like, there's just going to be a completely different type of World Cup next time, man. Just
It might be the worst World Cup of all time.
Right? Like, after having such a high, man.
After what we just went through,
we might have to go through a big low.
Yeah,
we might have to.
It might be like that, man, though, because, there will never be another Messi or even a Ronaldo at that point, you know? Maybe Haaland, if he can find his way back into the World Cup.
When he just scores like 2 goals a
Haaland
game.
and Mbappe becomes a thing. Yeah,
Right.
it'd be dope. But, man, it'll be tough. It'll be really tough to top this. Army Branch IC sends us $5, and she says, my first ever super chat. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. 16 years. I've cried tears of pain, and today, tears of joy.
Oh, my God. That's football, though. That's football. You have to wait a long time sometimes.
Man,
so congratulations.
What
Holy
a
shit.
celebration. Jonathan Robles says, you guys got me through watching the World Cup at college. Thank you guys, man. Hearing these stories about people watching us after the games, it literally means the world to me, man. It means the world to me. Last night, I only got 3 hours of sleep. I was a little scared that I would have to pull an all-nighter for today, but I was like, bro, what we're doing is bigger than what we do here. It's for the people at home, for the people that watch us. It's about expressing the beauty and love for the sport and sharing it with the rest of the world in ways that I don't feel that the big networks are doing, man.
Yeah.
The Fox Sports of the world, the whatever you want to call it, man. We're trying to just spread this love for the game in a way that's relatable to all you guys, and I'm glad you guys are with us to watch it. So make sure to give us a like. Make sure to give us a comment, to subscribe, and keep the community growing, man. Make sure to do that, please. We got a $50 donation here, I see, from S9. Messi can retire now. Nothing left to prove. Thank you guys for an awesome World Cup. Dude, first off, thank you for that donation, man. We're going to get Soltero to Argentina with that money right there. We're going tomorrow, man. Thank you so much. And I agree, dude. Like, if you're Messi, why not just make this the last year you play football, bro?
Right. That's what I was saying, man. Like, it'd be great to see him in another Copa America, and he could easily do it. We already saw what he can do at this age. He could be basically like another Luka Modric as far as impact. He'd be so good. But, like, why? You know? Does he have to? He could, and why not? But also, why? Just end it like this, storybook type of ending, and just go down in history. He will either way, which is why I could see him continuing because he knows he completed his objective. Anything now is just going to be luxury. It's just going to be bonus.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just going to be down to Messi at this point.
Just adds more, I think, just more to his legacy, more stats, more numbers. Like, he's just going to make his heights fucking impossible to reach.
Yeah.
Impossible in terms of goals and assists and everything involved.
And that's actually an interesting point, though, because the next big tournament would be the Copa America in 2 years' time. And if this Argentine squad shows up this exact same one with a little bit more experience, they'll win the cup. They'll be better than
Messi?
Oh, no, with Messi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why not Messi just join in on that? Because he could play kind of average. The rest of the team would pick up the pieces, and they'd win, and he'd win another Copa America.
Yeah, Copa America for sure.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, though, the next World Cup.
Next World Cup, that'd be tough.
Because I do feel that he needs to play at this level for them to win.
Yeah.
Despite how good the rest of the team is. Like, we saw today, and that's something I realized, bro. How much it takes to win the World Cup, man.
Hey.
Mexico ain't ever coming close to this, bro.
It's just so much.
The fucking things that have to go your way. The quality of talent that you have to have, my fellow Mexicans, is going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute, man. Because we got to get a lot of things right in order for us to have a fucking chance, bro. For France to go out as losers after everything they did this tournament, beating a super strong English team on the way there, and Mbappe having the tournament of his life, still doesn't win it.
Right.
Bro, it's going to take so much work. And if CONCACAF ever gets close to it, I'll be amazed.
Yeah.
I'll be amazed.
Yeah, I think that's why it makes the Morocco stories that much crazier because, I mean, Morocco got there and they were able to actually pull it off and win their matches, show grit, show good mentality, good tactical structure too. They were the better team every time they won. And unfortunately, they met a really, really good France side to not let them go to that final. But, man, Morocco were really good, man.
Yeah.
They were really composed. So, yeah, absolutely. What Morocco did for Africa, bro, I don't know if that'll be done anytime soon either. It's just crazy.
Shit, man, yeah. I want it so bad, bro.
Yeah, right.
I want it so
I mean,
bad.
yeah, like if you think about it, Mexico in a quarterfinal game would be crazy. It'd be crazy. Every single touch, you'd be having a mini heart attack, man. Every single one, because you know it's truly on the line, and we know how thin these margins are, man. One little mistake, one missed shot, one missed opportunity where you should have scored could end up biting you, and you go out in heartbreak.
And that's what I'm saying. For 4 years, the Federation can do every single thing right.
Hey.
We can develop our players right. We can get the right coach. But at the end of the day, man, we might just lose out on penalties. Like what could have happened to Argentina, man.
Right.
The GOAT playing at his absolute best. The pieces coming together. Scaloni having a great coaching tenure. And they could have went out against the Netherlands in the fucking quarterfinals.
That is
man.
crazy.
That's how thin the margins are.
Yeah.
It fucks with me, man. Let's see what else we got. Bob says, Messi the fucking GOAT. The Emiliano Martinez has the dog in him. Bro. He actually is a dog.
Yeah.
No, he's very much a dog. I don't know what breed, but he is a dog. He is a dog for sure. Red El Pascador's Whiskey Jack says, I'm French. Sad, of course, but great match and well-deserved for Argentina. Happy for you guys, but we will come back. Hey, respect to the French, man.
Yeah,
respect to the French. Whiskey Jack, you are absolutely fine, my brother. You have a great international team. The future of your team continues to look great with what I think today showed that at the very least, France has incredible depth, and they have so much talent that they are going to be – they genuinely could go 3-peat in terms of final appearances.
I think they could. I really do think that they could, man. If they have an in-prime Mbappe and they just figure out the other pieces. Camavinga, when he came on, actually looked pretty good too, and he's 20 years old, man. Next time will be 24. Same with Tchouaméni at that point, bro.
Damn.
They have so much talent still waiting to be unlocked, honestly. So France could make another deep run at the next World Cup.
Yeah. If anything, this is probably the last time we'll see Lloris at the World Cup.
And that's true.
Yeah, he'll probably be like 40.
Possibly Griezmann too, because I think he'll be like 35.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be 35 next time.
Yeah, Giroud as well.
Yeah.
Damn, some French legends for sure, man.
Bowing out.
Yeah. El Pascador, what do you guys think of Di Maria going out? Please send me Soltero's address. I'll send him a beast with Messi's face on it to wear every day in Texas. Thank you for your effort. You guys made the best World Cup even better for me.
Hey,
Dang,
thank you,
dude,
man.
that's awesome,
Yeah.
man. I thought Di Maria going out at the 60th minute was a sign of that he was injured. Like he was battling something. And so I didn't see him playing the full 90. I did think it might have happened a little too early, but it felt like it was a decision that maybe him and Scaloni talked about before, saying like, hey, I'll give you 60 minutes, but after that, you're coming out. And Di Maria showed out, bro.
Yeah.
The best 60 minutes, probably one of the best 60 minutes I've seen him perform because he was
so good.
Huge for Argentina and getting that 2-0 lead. Moxie sends us $5. Thank you so much, Moxie. I like that name. Roy Brown, $20. For decades, we've heard about the legend of Maradona and his 86 run. And now we get to tell our kids about the greatness we witnessed from Messi in 2022. Thank y'all for your hard work. It was written. Messi is the GOAT.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is what was on the line today.
Yeah.
Legacy was on the line, and it was fulfilled.
Yeah.
Fulfilled the most beautiful way, man.
The most beautiful thing. That was a beautiful paragraph. Thank you so much, Roy Brown, and we appreciate the support, truly. Thank you so much. Reformation Videos sends us another donation. Thank you, Reformation Videos. Thank you. Ibrahim Ahmed is so active, and I love it, man.
I love it.
A chat goat right here. Wait for a movie to be created on this World Cup. The most black and white scene would be Messi losing to Saudi. People trolling him. Where is Messi? Wait for the dramatic music. Messi is here.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Ibrahim Ahmed is sending so many super chats. He's making a fucking script, bro. With the super chat he's sending us, man. He's writing a goddamn script, bro.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Chris Kachaturian.
Yeah.
Argentina were tired and Scaloni didn't use his subs to maintain the pressure. Allowed France to crawl back with their fresh physical players. That's something I did point out while we were watching it, man. There's a point where France only had one sub left and Argentina had all four or four out of five left. They only made one sub, which was Di Maria. And it was during that time that the runs happened that they were able to get back in it. And ultimately, Scaloni did make a couple moves in overtime. And, man, they won. So he got it right at the end of the day.
He got it right at the end of the day.
He got it right. Enrique Rios, he's going to send Soltero to Buenos Aires by himself. Ibrahim Ahmed, for real, bro, for real. Let's continue reading. Matias C says, what times do you guys stream/post? Moving forward, I think we're going to aim for maybe a Monday, Thursday type of stream schedule throughout the month. 2 streams a week, and we'll just be talking about all the games that happened during that time.
For sure.
Maybe Champions League results, whatever it'll be. Premier League, Liga MX, all types of world football. We talk about every single league that there is. There's not a single league that we will not watch. We will talk about them all. So look forward to that in the coming future. What else do we have? Producer Rudd. And Sombra Regio 7 says, speaking of Conmebol, Forlan's comments on them not needing CONCACAF, but convocation needing, but CONCACAF needing them is false in my opinion. While Argentina won, both conferences were the 2 weakest this tournament.
Yeah, which is why my whole idea hasn't shifted as far as CONMEBOL as a whole. You take out Argentina and Brazil, not good, man. Not really that good. So, yeah, I agree. I think just in general, if you think that CONMEBOL as a whole is really, really strong, I think you'll be in for a surprise, essentially.
Yeah, I think Argentina and Brazil definitely win it, but the games we would see in between, I think, would be big for both sides. USA to face off against like an Ecuador, or Mexico to face off against like Bolivia, just to kind of get a indication of where you are at that point in time and scope. And the world football scope, I think, is big. Like, why would you not benefit from that? You know?
That would be cool to see. I think for other than Argentina and Brazil, for the mixture to happen for the rest of CONMEBOL with CONCACAF, I actually think that would help. That would help everybody.
Yeah.
So I do think they honestly need each other for different reasons for both sides, but yeah, I think ultimately some sort of marriage between the two confederations would actually benefit both sides.
I think so, and I think it's. I think because Mexico, USA, and Canada, at least Mexico for sure, with them not being as good as they usually are, maybe it's easier to say things like that if you're Forlan. But there was a time where Mexico was arguably one of the better teams in the Americas. Obviously, still not at that Brazil level, but they were really good, like a top 3 team, and so. I think it'll benefit both sides. I do think so. What else do we have here? Kaiko Kui says, well, I guess it is back to club football. By the way, Soltero, rumor has it Amrabat being linked to Atleti. Thoughts? Atleti.
Damn, that'd be dope, man.
That'd be dope.
If we could get Sofia and Amrabat, bro, please bring him to Atleti. He'd be perfect for us.
Would he really?
Absolutely, dude. Destroy your midfield. He'd replace what we've been trying to replace with like a prime Gabi back in the day. So bringing a guy like Amrabat, low-key, would be huge, man. Huge.
That'd be dope. I'd like to see him in that Atleti jersey, bro.
Yeah.
And Sombra Regio says, sorry, I meant CONCACAF, not convocation. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for the extra donation, my friend. Feel free to misspell stuff in the future if you're going to continue autocorrecting actor. Appreciate that, my friend. Sid Learling says, for me, Pele's the greatest. Okay, so we have someone here that doesn't think Messi's the greatest. Let me hear what he has to say. Not just because of the stats, but also because of the conditions from which he came from, facing poverty to winning. I think that's fair.
It's a fair point.
Fair. Yeah. The journey Pelé was on is the reason for why for the longest time, he was considered the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
And 3 World Cups to his name. I mean, still, no other player can match that.
That's true.
So I think that is really impressive. And I will not argue that. I really won't. Pelé is the greatest. I don't mind arguing that. I'll definitely consider Pelé for sure. Just a different time for football, man.
Yeah.
Hermeth Chintu says, let's take a moment and appreciate these 3 mates that given us full entertainment this whole time. Thank you guys. Love the channel. Thank you, my bro,
sir.
man. Thank you so much. That means a lot to us. We really do appreciate your involvement and just watching us in general, bro. So thank you, my friend. Thank you. Surge1 says, I hope Mexico learns from the Federation mistakes. I want to see them at least pass the quinto partido.
Yeah,
Speak on that for a bit while I get some water.
No, please. Yeah. Absolutely. I completely agree. I think Mexico just need to make the right decisions for these next 4 years. And then from there, let's see what they can do. But from a fan perspective, man, I just want to see Mexico be in a big game. I'm tired of them just even when they get to that round of 16 game, they almost always wallow out and they never are able to compete. So yeah, I want to see Mexico in a big game, but actually have the pedigree and the talent to compete, man. So yeah, I'm with you. I just want to see them in a really big game at the World Cup. It'd be dope.
I'm waiting for that, bro. My whole life, it's only been round of 16 matches, man. I cannot imagine a quarterfinal match, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine that. I can't, but it'd be dope to see.
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking about my friend DFO from Debatable Football Opinions. The shit he must have gone through today must have been unreal. Unreal,
yeah.
Man. I can't imagine what he went through today watching this game. We'll have him on. We'll feature him. This is the Argentine expert that we had on the channel a few months back, and he's going to be here to talk shit, probably to give you a jersey at some point too, and to just celebrate his victory, and I can't wait to see that. What else we got? Carlos Ojeda, our good friend. He says, thank you guys for everything. This community is everything. I don't have anyone to talk football with until you all go live. Sending a Di Maria heart your way. That was the sweetest message, bro.
Thank you, brother.
That's the sweetest message. I love that shit. But yes, we're trying to build a really good community here on YouTube to just talk football, man, because we're out here in Texas and it's tough to find people to genuinely talk football with, man.
It is. It really is. Like this in depth, I think it actually is hard to come by in the States.
Yeah. What else we got? We got T3D3 says, bro, the commentator crying low-key almost got me. He must be talking about Andres Cantor, nearly in tears. Enrique Rios, Messi lifting the World Cup on my birthday. Bro, it's your birthday? Happy birthday, Enrique, man. Happy birthday, bro. I will never forget this moment for my entire life. God, do I have a story to tell my grandkids.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that's huge. What a massive day. Hope you have a good birthday, bro. And to celebrate that with a Messi victory that's special, bro. That's special. David M., you guys made this World Cup 10 times better. Core memories for sure. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys. Blessings. Thank you so much, my friend, man. Thank you so much. And these comments mean the world to us, truly. We talk about this off screen, bro. We're always just like, man, it's crazy how much support we get. And it's the reason why we keep this going, why we work so hard this past month, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Christy Zuniga. Hey, Christy, once again, I just want to say thank you. Gracias desde mi corazón a Reynoso Soltero, producer Rudd. Nothing makes me more proud to see Latinos talking football like this. Vamos, la copa se queda en Latinoamérica, man. Huge. Thank you, Christy. Thank you so much for the support. Mauricio Ramirez, did you hear Andres Cantor crying on broadcast? I did hear that. I saw it on Twitter afterwards. I saw that he was just losing it, man. And it was a beautiful thing, man. A beautiful thing. Matias C says, thanks for the live streams. It has been a blast. What are you covering next? When we talk specifically, what are we covering next? Or what are you going to be watching, man? Because I know you're taking a break, but
I'm taking a break.
Truly, what are you going to be watching?
I'm just going to be watching for different narratives around the European leagues. Obviously, I always watch MLS and Liga MX because that's where we're from. So we got to have some sort of representation and appreciation for our home leagues. And then from there, always down to watch literally anything. I think the next biggest international tournament will be probably Gold Cup and then AFC Cup, so the Asian international tournament. So there's so much football to be had. And, of course, the big continental club tournaments like UEFA Champions League. We literally cover everything, man. Bro. And we plan to. Whether we have to figure out the format, that's still to be seen.
Right.
But as far as just football around the world, we will be covering it in some way or fashion.
Yeah, we don't stick to just one league. I do think for me, I'll for sure be watching. I'm the in-house Premier League watcher for sure. I'll be watching Premier League just once it starts back up next week to just kind of help me deal with these withdrawals, and, you know, all the anxiety and shit I'm gonna feel, all the depression I'm gonna feel. That post World Cup depression gonna hit real good. Gonna hit real good. And so maybe the Premier League can help me just kind of figure that out as I go. Definitely Liga MX for sure. And then I think Serie A, checking back in on Napoli, how they do this. Dude, Napoli was happening. Do you remember that?
I know, dude. So much was happening before this tournament.
Champions League will be really fun. Europa League, all that is already into knockout stages now because they had to fast forward it with the World Cup happening. So there's a lot to just jump back into. I'm just going to use the holiday specifically for myself to just relax, reset, and then in 2023 we'll be back at it. So lots to watch. Ali Hassan says, bro, I got into mid school this year, but I didn't cry. But seeing Messi win the World Cup made me cry, man. What a game. Dude, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's the beauty of the sport, man. Yeah. I heard the commentator be like, I'm seeing grown men out here cry. Right. And I'm like, damn, that's the power of football, bro.
Yeah, it's the power
grown
of football.
Men that probably for no other shit will cry for. But when you just seeing Argentina score a goal, had them just weeping, man. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Back on the super chats, Luis Melo says, will Messi play for the 2026 World Cup? Man, we talked about it. If the Argentina team is good, why not?
Right.
But on the other side, it'd be so badass to see him just retire way.
No, I really would love to see him just say goodbye, but go out on top, man. Go as the best player in the world.
I can't believe he's this good at 35.
I can't believe it, man.
I cannot believe that.
He literally had the best World Cup of his own career. Even if they would have lost it today somehow, he still would have had the best individual Messi performances at a World Cup for him specifically. And he would have done it at this age. Ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's uncanny, dude.
Yeah, it's uncanny.
Uncanny. Captain Crunch guy. I love this guy. Which Argentina team is the best of all time? 1978 with Kempes and Pasarela, or Maradona 1986, or Messi 2022 team in your opinion? I wasn't even born when 1978 and 1986 happened. Yeah. From what I've seen, the 1986 run was really special and really dope. Maradona was a big part, a big playmaker throughout that tournament, but I just don't know the overall quality of that team. And all I know is 2022, and I think this is one of the best international teams I've ever seen. And so I'm not going to pick one here, but I'm going to say there's an argument to be made for all three teams. I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Unless we have like a grandpa in the chat right now that can maybe answer that question. I want to give that answer the justified answer. Neil Mancina says, sad because Peru didn't make it, but glad I found y'all. Damn, man. And if Peru would have made it, bro, we would have shown some love, man. We would have shown some love for real. We would have definitely showed some appreciation for Peru because they have some awesome fans. Marco Galovic says, I'm 44. I've watched every World Cup since 1982. This World Cup is the best thing I've ever seen. Important thing is to know that football is the only thing that unites people. Yeah. Dude, that is true, though, man. Yeah. I was thinking about that, too, watching this game and seeing how many people were going to be tuning into this match. It's amazing, but also a little saddening that football truly is the only thing that gets people disunited. Right. You know? I wish it was just, general.
Like this all the time,
human
man.
nature, right? I wish we were all involved on one thing.
Yeah.
But, differences and a lot of things happen. But at the end of the day, it's football, bro. That unites different religions, different races, different economies. Whoever it is, bro, it's football the center of it. And I'm down to keep it that way for the rest of eternity.
I'm down.
What else do we have? Raul Guzman says, hats off to Messi. Mbappe with the ice in the veins moment, though, man. And that's what I love about this is that we didn't see Messi just outright win it. We saw Mbappe also show why he is at this stage. Yeah. And that mattered to me specifically, man. That mattered to me.
Yeah, again, there's so many moments where I just could not believe that Mbappe actually stepped up because we said it already in our game analysis. We could not believe that Mbappe finished those chances that he had. That second penalty after already having taken with the pressure to show that he can do it and it doesn't matter to him. And then that second goal that he scored. What a shot, man. I think only Mbappe can score a goal like that. Yes. And like you said, for him to show up specifically, I think meant a lot because now when you talk about who the next GOAT is, you can look to this performance and be like, well, Mbappe's been doing this since a young age, brother. So, Mbappe really showed up today. And it is dope that Argentina had to essentially get through Mbappe and to win the trophy, man. He scored 3 goddamn goals today. Mm-hmm. And that's what Argentina ultimately had to face to earn that trophy.
And I like it because I feel like throughout the season prior to the World Cup starting, Haaland was making his case for why he's the next upcoming potential GOAT, or at least the next best player up that's going to take that throne with Messi and Ronaldo at the tail end of their careers. And for a minute there, Mbappe was being a little quiet. But I think it shows, man, if you're trying to be in that conversation, you can't miss World Cups. You can't.
Yeah.
And it's saddening. It sucks that Haaland is from Norway and that they weren't able to make it to this World Cup. But I do think it hurts your legacy, bro, because you look at a team like Sweden with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Imagine how much more his career would have been heightened if he was able to be at the World Cups and produce at the rate that Mbappe is doing right now. It would have done so much more for him. For Mbappe to be able to do this at the World Cup stage, right now it's why I have him getting the edge over Haaland, because despite Haaland potentially getting like 40 fucking goals in the Prem, Mbappe might end up having a better year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, you just can't. If you're trying to be in that conversation, switch your nationality, become English. Erling Haaland, become English, man. Find a different way to get to the World Cup. And maybe he will be back here in 2026 with the expansion, but it hurts, bro. It hurts to not see Haaland at this stage. And I'm glad that Mbappe took advantage and reminded people of who's next one up for football, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
please
come on, guys.
subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please.
Let's get to 20K while we have you here. We have 128 viewers right now. I appreciate y'all's involvement. Like and subscribe. 5 stars on Spotify, please, as we continue catching up on all these super chats and talking football and kind of decompressing after what was this crazy World Cup time. I feel this is all like a therapeutic session for us, guys.
Yeah.
Let's just decompress after this whole tournament and this crazy-ass final. Let's continue. What else do we have? Pinhead Larry, one of my favorite names in the chat, man. Can we talk about Dybala getting the job done? Yeah, we can talk about that, man.
Absolutely.
We can talk about that. Great moment.
Again, he already came on, did what he's going to do, shoot a penalty, and he put it home right down the middle. Nothing Lloris could do about it.
Yeah, big, because a lot of players that don't get that much playing time come into that moment and they fucking choke, bro.
That's true.
They choke, so let's give credit to him, man. Bryant T says, thanks to the both of you and producer Rudd. You guys cover this tournament so well before, during, and now after. Thanks. Viva Argentina. Hey, thank you so much,
man.
my friend. Thank you, man. Congratulations on the victory. And thank you for watching our content, bro. It means the world to us. S9, $50, and we read this one.
Yeah,
yes, we read this one. Denny Ant says, Soltero should go to a River and Boca game.
Oh, if I'm going to Argentina, I'm going to catch a game.
You got to figure out some
I'm
magic,
going
bro.
to catch a game.
Yeah,
So
you
don't you worry about that.
Yeah, man. That'd be dope. That'd be really dope to catch a few Argentina games. Army Bratch IC, we read her comments before. Yes, appreciate that. Abilesh Jr., $20 Indian rubies. Thank you so much, my friend. Muhammad Amin says, best post-match analysis. I watched all your deep dives and every World Cup post-match analysis. Absolute world-class podcast. Dude, that's crazy because
thank you, man.
That is hours, bro. Hundreds of hours of content that we ended up producing in the past month and a half. And so for him to watch every single piece of that, if he's serious, bro, is incredible, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Edwin Ramirez says $2 and super sticker. Hey, I like stickers. Thank you so much, man. Hit 44 says, come to the MLS, Messi. I need to see him live. Would love that, bro.
It'd be actually, I was thinking about that because if he does, let's say, go to Miami, which is the rumor, every single away game in any city is going to hype the fuck out of Messi coming to the city. Like, I can just see it here, Austin. People would be like, hey, you hear Messi's coming to Austin to play?
Yeah.
Like, people who don't watch soccer will hear about Messi coming to their town to play in the MLS.
Dude,
it'd be ridiculous for Messi to come here.
Dude, it'd be the only thing that could, like, it might be Messi playing the MLS that is the only thing that's able to counter NBA games, NFL games, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, MLB games too. I think for the time that Messi would be in the MLS would be at the same height as all those other leagues in terms of like eyes on the sport, people watching. I think that's what it would take.
Oh yeah,
I think that's what it would take.
And the ticket prices for every single Messi game would be it'd be double. It'd be double a regular ticket price just because Messi is going into that stadium.
Dude, he's like an economic asset at this point.
Yes, dude. Yes,
he'd be huge for football and for the U.S. economy, man.
It'd be huge for the MLS, man. Oh my God,
that'd be crazy. I still think with what I just saw in the World Cup, it's way too early for him to do this. He could come to the MLS at 40, bro.
He could.
He'd come at 40 and it'd be absolutely fine.
Yeah, he'd be.
he cannot come yet.
Yeah,
Not yet, bro.
he could win another Champions League League within the next 2 years, and
Yes.
it would make sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't be washed up Messi. Or
It
some
wouldn't
shit,
be.
man.
Yeah.
Damn. Hajar L says another super sticker. Thank you so much, brother. And 10 euros. We'll be using that for sure, man, especially when we make our Europe tour, which we will do soon. Angel Bautista says, bro, I'm Mexican and was crying. I don't know what I would do if Mexico even made it to a semi. I would ask them to pull the trigger before the game is done.
God damn. No, yeah. That's what it would come down to, man. The emotions would be too much for a human to take if Mexico go to the semi, bro. Damn.
Oh, my God. That super chat got me, man. That one got me, bro. Oh, my God. What else we got? Edwin Ramirez. This final was a movie.
A movie, man.
A movie. I do think it was, bro. I do think it was. The Hitman says many legends in this game have moved on. The old guard has changed. It will be interesting to see where things go. I agree with not just like how football is played and everything, but I don't know, man. Like a Messi-less tournament, I think is going to be crazy. Ronaldo not being at a World Cup is going to be crazy too. Just the future of football, I think, is in the spin now after this World Cup.
And it makes sense because, I mean, you really could say every 10 years football changes in some sort of way. I really thought that the 2010 World Cup was the turn of the tide from kind of like the older way football was played to the modern era. We've had the modern era of football for the last 12 years. I think 2022, you could say, would be a mark of just a different era now, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, no more Messi, no more Ronaldo. You know, as far as like big stage and being in their prime, being able to dominate games the way they did. And I think football is going to be very, very different come 4 years time in the U.S., man.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see how it all shapes out now because we saw some really good players. We saw some really good young talent at this World Cup. And we saw some really interesting teams make kind of like a note or a stamp at this World Cup, man. Like Saudi Arabia proved, even though they weren't able to get out of the group, with the moments that they played good football, Saudi Arabia were fantastic, man. But they proved that you can play good football with a domestic team.
Dude, yeah.
Every single one of their players play in the Saudi league, bro. That's ridiculous. But that's the level that football has reached now. If you just have if you just have good coaching staff, just a good atmosphere of teaching the game, you can play against teams like Argentina and you can beat them. That's
you can
crazy,
beat the world champs,
man.
bro. You can be the best team in the world.
And Cameroon showing that they may not have the best players, but their talent is enough to beat like a pretty good Brazil side, even though it was their B team. Morocco showed that, look, we might not have the best offense, but our players are talented enough to take us to a semifinal. It's ridiculous. There's hope. There's hope for so many other teams out there. I thought Japan played really good football and ultimately just lost in penalties. If Japan could just be a little bit more clinical, how far could they go? I think they could make a really deep run if they just have a bit better finishing. It's ridiculous the reaches that a lot of smaller teams can actually go. And I think this World Cup kind of proved that there's a lot of football to be played and anything can happen.
Yeah, it was a big step for all the small teams in general.
Yeah,
in
general.
A big step where the gap becomes a lot tighter than it was before. And that just makes for better football, makes for better quality, better entertainment in general, dude. So
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing for the sport to see. And yeah, AFC stood out, man. CAF stood out today.
Yes.
This World Cup. And I think that's just an incredible thing, man. What else do we have here? The Hitman says second and third tier UEFA teams are massively overrated when it comes to the international stage, I would imagine.
I think that state can be accurate for this World Cup because so many second, third tier UEFA teams I thought were really poor. Third tier, I'm not going to say overrated because I actually think they were rated in the sense that I didn't have them doing shit. Third tier, I'm talking about Wales, Poland specifically.
Yeah.
I thought they did what they would have done at this World Cup max, and they maxed out what they could have done.
Right.
But second tier, I don't know what exactly happened. I would love to maybe have like a small spiel about this maybe later. But second tier didn't show up. They didn't show up at this World Cup. I'm talking about Denmark. I'm talking about Portugal.
Yes.
I'm talking about Switzerland to a specific extent. Specifically Serbia. If you want to go there. Second tier UEFA failed at this World Cup, whereas top tier CAF and AFC took their place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to continue in 2026 or if or what's going to end up happening with like the shift we see in teams that make it to a quarterfinal and make it deeper into the tournament. Ian Brown says, sorry, let me read that one right away. Ian Brown says, what country do you think would be huge next World Cup? Also, Mbappe, next generation's GOAT. I agree with the Mbappe take. What country do you think would be huge next World Cup? I mean, make your pick, brother. Make your pick.
Yeah.
Hungary?
Yeah.
Brazil will have a lot of good players back over in 2026 as well. France will continue developing good players. If I have to name one team, let me go with...
I'll go with a cliche answer in the sense that we'll be hosts, but the USA, man. I was really high on them this tournament, and they did not disappoint me. I thought they were slightly lackluster against a good Netherlands side, but even though they didn't score a lot of goals, the fluidity with which they played and the potential that they showed that they can have, I think really, really did a lot for me in the sense that the USA 4 years' time, if they build on what they showed that they can have, they build on that, the USA will be a really, really good team in 4 years' time. And I can guarantee that. Pulisic will be in his prime. Brandon Aronson could be a beast in 4 years. If they can just figure out the number 9 position, maybe pick another midfielder to have a little bit more fluidity and just have a better center back, you fix those 3 positions, and I think the USA could be a very, very good side.
I'm going to go with Argentina, actually. I'll go with the champions right
now.
now.
Oh, dude, yes.
Their outlook for 2026 looks incredible with how
does.
young their midfield is and a lot of missing pieces. But now, bro, think about the kids or maybe the 14-year-olds, the 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds that saw this performance. Yeah. They're going to be 19, 20, 21 years old, around the same age as Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez. We might see a new influx of talent that's just so inspired and sees what it takes to be able to perform for the Argentine national squad and to win the World Cup. Messi might not be there in 2026, but we might have a new round of players, a new crop of players that just have that Argentine grit attached to them and is able to show up on the biggest stage yet again. Plus, it'll be the first time that we see an Argentina team in the modern football that has this championship confidence to them.
Yeah.
That just went through an incredible championship run and has 4 years to celebrate that. I think that's going to have an impact on just the mentality of these players overall. Whereas usually we see an Argentina team that has something to prove and is desperate to prove that. It's desperate to remind people of what they are capable of doing since they haven't done since '86.
Right.
Now that they've done it, bro, they're responsibility free at this point.
Yeah.
And they're just able to just go out there and play their football that we mentioned is super impactful when they dig into that cultural football that they're known for.
Yeah, you're right. Now they're just part of the top tier international teams. They're no longer a team that has to prove something. Low key, now I'd say the biggest team that has something to prove is Brazil now. This was supposed to be the tournament, bro. They were supposed to at least go to the semifinals, and they failed dramatically and didn't get there. So Brazil's going to be that next team as far as they have something to prove, and anything other than a semifinal appearance is a disaster if you're Brazilian. But Argentina no longer are that because now they know. They're like, we're good. We're really good, and we can beat anybody. So I think Argentina going forward it's going to be interesting to watch their mental approach now.
Yes.
Absolutely. That is very, very true.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're setting the standard now for
standard.
international football, and that's crazy to me. I think if there's 2 things I wish I could have seen Argentina go through this tournament, one is I wish I could have seen them play against Brazil. I do wish. Man. I wish that on the way to their World Cup victory, they played Brazil. And that to me would just shut down so many other questions I have. We're just at the very least would have given me such an entertaining fucking game, but we didn't get it because not Argentina's fault, but because of Brazil.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's also something that's out of Argentina's control, but the French injuries. I wish France was at full strength, and I wish I could have gotten the answer to how does this Argentina team play against a full strength French side.
Yeah, we'll never know that.
Those are things that they can't control, and they face off against who they face off, and they dominated and played well against all the opponents that they had outside of Saudi Arabia, which is funny to say.
It's so funny.
But they became World Cup champions, so I'm not going to question any of it further. I'm just curious about what that would have been like.
Yeah.
Let's keep looking at super chats. We have Paco Moran. Would love to know all your favorite Prem teams. I'm a Liverpool fan when it comes to Premier League. Do you have a favorite Prem team?
I don't really have a favorite Prem team, but obviously I follow it just as religiously as I do all other leagues. This year, I think even before the Prem started, I was actually high on Arsenal. And for them to actually be top of the league and actually show that they're not a team to be fucked with, really cool to see. And that'll be a really cool narrative to actually go back to club football-wise. Can Arsenal actually take it from City going forward for the rest of the year? That'll be a crazy battle to see. So that'll be fun to go back to.
Gabriel Jesus, a casualty from the World Cup, though. Out for months. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude.
Yeah, that's going to be big.
Dude, bro.
Yeah.
Dude. It's just going to be so weird going back to club football, man. It's going to be so weird.
I know.
Captain Crunch Guy. Messi still missing Libertadores and Liga MX. I love that, man. I love that. At this point, he might as well just go and collect every single trophy available, bro.
Trophy
he
collector
might as well.
Messi.
Being in the fucking Netherlands. Eduardo Roano, $20. Thank you, Eduardo, man. Thank you. No more debate. If it was still going on, Messi will forever be the GOAT. Step aside, Ronaldo. Love from California, guys. That's what we got today.
That's my take. That was my take with Messi's performances overall. It's done. Ronaldo, step aside. I'm sorry. You're an amazing player. Never forget that. But Messi is the one and only GOAT.
I wonder how that affects Ronaldo moving forward, though. You know, with what's going on, Man United, where does he end up playing? Like, do we see something that's a little disappointing from Ronaldo moving forward, or do we see him just try to make a response, try to just find ways to, Euros are 2 years from now, maybe he wins a trophy at the club level that could just get him back in that conversation at the very least. Man. Maybe we see something, bro.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
MLS Messi versus MLS Ronaldo, the next chapter, man. The next chapter. Yeah. Let's continue. Abraham says, thoughts on the Club World Cup in 2025. Who do you think should represent Liga MX? That's true. With Club World Cup being announced that it's going to be 32 teams starting in 2025 in the summer. We've discussed this before, but it was early on in the pod, so it'd be nice to reignite this conversation. What are your initial thoughts on how they're going to push the Club World Cup moving forward?
My biggest problem with, first off, I love the idea. I think the Club World Cup that was in the initial inception with the 7 teams going, and it was a week-long tournament, I thought was great because we got to see CAF Champions League winners against Copa Libertadores winners. I thought that was a really cool matchup, and a lot of times, most of the games were pretty close for the most part. Obviously UEFA had a big stake in the tournament themselves, but that's just because their quality is insane. But having it be expanded from 7 to 32, that becomes a month-long tournament. And my problem with that is I think most clubs won't approach it well. I'm specifically talking about the UEFA clubs because their season is already 10 months long. Why would they have it be 11 months long with a Club World Cup and then have 2 weeks of off season? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. They'd send their B team. It wouldn't even matter. At that point, honestly, it could be cool because
it levels the playing field.
It would level the playing field, and South American teams, CONCACAF teams, Asian teams would actually have a better chance at winning it. So that would be cool to see, but we'll never get what really could be a true Club World Cup unless they do it mid-season and stop leagues like they do now. Yeah. Or like they did, for this World Cup. So we'll never see it at its peak, in my opinion. It's a cool idea. I'd honestly rather they just keep it to a 17 tournament where max you play 2 games.
Yeah, bro, it's a great idea if you're under the assumption that injuries don't exist and that players can just play forever, bro.
Yes.
That'd be amazing. If it's a video game setup, then
yes.
Yeah, it's a fucking awesome idea. But, bro, to do that at that point of the time in the fucking year sucks, man. I don't like it. I think it's a lot to ask out of these teams and these players. And one thing that gets me is that they're going to have 8 European teams involved regardless, bro. What are the chances that all 8 of those teams fall out in this tournament? I think if anything, it emphasizes the chance for a European team to become champions at the end of the day. Yeah. Whereas what I liked about the Club World Cup old format was that it still kind of kept the opportunity alive, bro. Just this last one that we saw, I think it was Palmeiras took Chelsea to extra time. Yeah. It was so close. And then Liverpool and Monterrey was really close as well. It was a fun game. But it's because the format allowed that to eventually happen. With this 32-team setup, bro, it's too much. We're going to see a lot of group stage exits from these club teams, and it's just going to end up becoming a mini Champions League preseason tournament.
Right. Yeah. That is perfectly well said. So that's why I'm just against it ultimately. Love the idea, but I'd rather they just stuck to the 7-team format.
Yeah. Let's continue going through these super chats. What do we have? Jay Angjankar says, love the coverage to the World Cup. Thanks. So happy to live in the same time as Messi and Ronaldo. Mbappe show that the future decades are in safe hands. That's exactly how I feel, man. Yeah. I'm happy, bro. I'm happy. Joaquin Extreme O says, y'all think after this World Cup, PSG have a chance to win Champions League? Having Messi, Mbappe, and other top players with this energy, PSG looks dangerous. Crazy what a month will do, bro, because a month ago, he would have been saying having Mbappe, having Messi and Neymar gives you a best chance. But now he's saying having Messi and Mbappe and other players. That's wild, man. That's wild, man. That's wild. But yeah, man, PSG are definitely a top 3 contender for a Champions League at this point.
Yeah, and they've beefed up their squad, getting like Renato Sanchez, Carlos Soler, Vitinha. Like, they have an elite squad. Not that they haven't had in the past, but this squad is low-key unbeatable on paper. So I expect PSG to go to like semifinals at the very least. Like this,
they have
with
to.
Messi playing like this, even Neymar and Mbappe, this team could win it all this year. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Champions League and see that play out. Chris, imagine if Messi wins the Champions League though.
This year,
this would be the best year.
This would be crazy, man.
In terms of achievements, the best year in football.
It'd be the best year of his life. Fuck.
Damn, dude, that's crazy considering he had a year where he scored over like 90 goals in a calendar year.
Right. That's what I'm saying, man.
Fuck off, Messi.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. If he wins the Champions League, that'd be the cherry on top.
He's had 18 years of professional football, has reached the highest of heights, but this year might be the best year of his life.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's what's in the running.
Fuck, man.
Chris V says Messi has now beat CR7, Neymar, and Mbappe in finals. Yes, CR7 was in the Champions League. Neymar, when did he beat Neymar? Oh, Copa America. And then Mbappe in this past final. Yeah, very true, very true. The Oven Thief, $2. Give and Go over Fox, Sky Sports, and ESPN FC combined.
Yes, sir.
The best comments.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Abraham says, we commented on that one. And I think, we still got a few more. Ian Brown, we mentioned that one. We commented on that one. We saw that one. Yeah, so let's look at the live chat. Here we go. Daniel XD says, love the length of this pod. Keep up the good work. The longest stream we've ever done, folks. The longest stream.
Over 2 hours, yeah.
The longest stream. Over 2 hours. We are here just celebrating this awesome victory, talking with you guys, reading your super chats, and we finally reached the end of the super chats.
Oh, my
man.
God.
Holy shit.
That was insane.
That was fucking insane, bro.
Fun,
I'm
that was
gassed,
fun.
man. I am gassed.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream. Anything else that we should mention, bro? Because there's just so much.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Yeah,
I think let's do a big thank you, bro.
Big thank you.
Big thank you to the viewers of the Give and Go, to the viewers of these streams, to any new viewers that we have. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to get us to 20K. We're trying to get there. We will see where we're at after the stream is over, but a huge, massive thank you to each and every single one of you that watched even a second of our content, whether it was a deep dives, whether it was a live stream, whether it was one of our TikToks or one of our Instagram reels, whether if it was a hate comment, whether it was a comment filled with love and praise, whatever it was, bro, if we were able to impact your life for a millisecond, we are truly grateful, man. We truly are grateful, and we thank you guys for just being a part of this community and for watching us time and time again, man. It means the world, and yeah, man, just trying to spread our love for the game and for the sport, and we worked our asses off these past 2 weeks, and I think that deserves a round of applause, truly, for what we've done. Not 2 weeks, 2 months. 2 months, man. 2 months. Since the deep dives. We've been working our asses off. And so a round of applause for us, but also for the people back at home watching it, man. Truly. Thank you guys so much. Soltero, any comments on this journey?
No, I just want to thank everybody as well. It's been such a fun journey, starting with the deep dives and then fulfilling every sort of prediction, whether it was right or wrong, going through this tournament. And, dude, we got so treated. We got treated so well by Qatar. What a wonderful host. We've already said it. The visuals we saw at this tournament, the drama, the chaos, unparalleled. Only the World Cup. And I think we've said it before. I'm glad it's only every 4 years because the prestige and how special it is, man. Every 4 years I get reminded. Of like how beautiful people are, how beautiful culture is, and most importantly, how beautiful the sport is, dude. Football is ever changing. It doesn't stop, and that's what I love about it. It's constantly going, whether you're watching it in North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Oceania, man. It doesn't matter. You can have the same opinions or you can disagree. There's always arguments and debate to be had. But at the end of the day, we get to enjoy the most beautiful sport on this planet, man. I love this sport. I've loved what we've seen at this World Cup. And just thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Because this has been so fun. And I can't wait to grow this community because, as I said, football doesn't stop. There's so many conversations to be had, whether you agree or disagree with us. And I cannot wait to build this community, man, because at the end of the day, more than anything else, I just love talking football.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching it, talking about it. It's literally what gets me going every single day. So let's grow this community. And again, thank you guys so much. I hope everyone has had a really good time. And dude, what a World Cup, man. What a World Cup,
man. You're absolutely right. Every 4 years, it reminds us of the beauty of humans, man. What we're able to do when we all congregate and we tune in for a special moment that this time around ended with Leo Messi lifting the trophy, bro.
This time around.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a couple super chats here that I want to mention. Yeah. Ordak sent us a chat MVP at this point, man. Free Kashmir from brutal and illegal Indian occupation. Morocco will be back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Christian Knight says, for $5, he has a Hasbulla and an Argentina jersey for his profile picture. Needs Soltero to have the Argentinian flag cut and dyed into his head, then give his public apology. Thank you for the awesome content, guys. Folks, while we close out, I want to make sure that we're on the same page. Soltero's punishment will be to wear the Argentina jersey with Messi on the back for 10 straight shoots. 10. I will make sure that he does it for each and every shoot.
10 straight.
10 straight shoots. And then before the year ends in 2023, he will be in Argentina. He will bend the knee and he will kiss Argentine soil. I repeat, he will kiss Argentine soil. That is the punishment. That's a big financial fucking venture, and so I think that's justified. I think it's enough for what he said and for what happened. And ultimately, we'll still have DFO, our friend DFO from Argentina, will be on the podcast. I'll definitely make sure to kind of dig that knife in a little deeper. And outside of that, we might get a few Argentina chants in throughout our future podcast episodes. We'll see how that goes. But for now, that is the punishment. Another Soltero punditry masterclass, says Paco Moran. Claps all around. Thank you guys so much. Cracks, thank you guys so much. Goated podcast, man. Thank you. Damn, who says Soltero don't have emotions? He ain't only a stats man. Love for you both. I think people loved your speech at the very end there, man. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you guys so much. I think this is how we're going to end this one. Make sure to give us a like on your way out. And just truly thankful, man. Truly thankful, man. Get some rest, folks. Enjoy y'all's time off for a little bit. Decompress, detox. And we'll see y'all next month for some more Give and Go coverage, man. Damn. Till next time, guys.
Peace.